Hey, Cal.
Good morning.
Sir Gregory Allen, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Take off your hood. Hey, call Sir Gregory Allen, please.
Calling case number 2158812, People versus Sir Gregory Kurt Allen Jr. Defendant is charged with 1 count, carrying a concealed weapon. Defendant is scheduled today for a probable cause conference.
Good morning, Your Honor. Cal Major on behalf of the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. Alicia Martin, P69003 on behalf of Mr. Allen.
Mr. Prosecutor?
Your Honor, Mr. Allen is 18 years old. He's HIDA eligible by the court.
Ms. Martin, how do you wish to proceed?
Your Honor, I would ask if you would adjourn this matter so that I could receive discovery from the people
Okay.
and consider a HIDA plea with my client.
Matter will be adjourned for discovery to October 25th at 10 a.m. October 25th at 10 a.m.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge. Mr. Allen, you can log off. I will call you.
Thank you.
Let's go with Drury. Alyssa Drury.
Okay. Calling case number 2158832, People versus Alyssa Brianne Drury. Defendant is charged with 1 count, carrying a concealed weapon. Defendant is scheduled today for a probable cause conference.
Good morning, Your Honor. Cal Major on behalf of the people.
Good
Counsel,
morning, Judge. Richard Lander for Miss Drury. She's on the call, sir.
ma'am, state your name for the record.
Alyssa Brianne Drury.
Okay. Mr. Prosecutor?
Yes, Judge. Ms. Drury has been approved for diversion.
Judge, I'm sure we'll accept that.
Would you like to go into a breakout room with your client?
Yes, just briefly.
Okay. Melanie, would you establish a breakout room for Ms. Drury and her counsel?
Please hit accept when you see that. Thank you.
All right. What else is ready, Melanie?
We are ready on Sean Love and Tanya Boyd.
Let's go. Said Lloyd and Boyd.
Love and Boyd.
Call Love, please.
Calling case number 2158786, People versus Sean Love, aka Sean Pippins. Defendant is charged with 1 count, carrying a concealed weapon. Defendant is scheduled today for a probable cause conference.
Cal Major on behalf of the people, Your Honor.
Good morning, Your Honor. Nicole James appearing on behalf of Mr. Love. Judge, my client's name is Sean Pippins, and he indicated that he told the officers that, and they still put his name down as Love. So I'm asking the court to make that correct.
Okay. Can you put that in the chat so we can put that in the file? Sir, state your name for the record.
I'm Sean Pippins.
Okay. All right. Mr. Prosecutor?
Your Honor, at this stage in the proceedings, the offer is attempt CCW. There is, I'm sorry. Yes, it's attempt CCW. That's all that I have at this point on this defendant. It's not an issue of whether the gun is legal or not. I don't know if it is or not, but there's some prior history.
Judge, first, I received paper discovery, but I don't have any video discovery. So I'm requesting that the people provide the video discovery. And then secondly, we're asking that this be set for a preliminary examination.
Okay. Mr. Clerk, can you set Love for a preliminary examination?
Yes, sir. I just need to call Judge Jefferson, Your Honor.
Okay. While we're waiting on the date on the Pippins case, Are we ready to go back on the record on Drury?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. What are we doing, counsel?
Judge, I've explained the diversion program to my client. She likes to avail herself of that. Thank you.
Okay. Ms. Drury, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, ma'am, the first step is you would have to waive your right to a preliminary examination. A preliminary examination is a hearing by which the people would have to prove that the felony offense charged was committed in the city of Detroit and that there's probable cause that you committed the offense. By waiving this exam, the exam will not be held and you'll be bound over to the Wayne County Circuit Court for further proceedings. Do you wish to waive this examination?
Yes.
Anyone force you to waive the exam?
No.
Court finds that the waiver was freely and voluntarily executed. Therefore, the defendant will be bound over to the Wayne County Circuit Court for further proceedings. We'll go to an immediate arraignment on the information. Does your client waive the formal reading and stand mute?
We waive the reading of the information and stand mute, Judge.
Okay, we'll come back on October 25th at 11 a.m. to put the diversion on the record.
Okay.
October 25th, 11 a.m. Thank you.
Thank you. All right.
Your Honor,
Yes.
I have an exam date for Mr. Pippins for Love. It's going to be September 23rd at 11 o'clock a.m. in front of Judge Jefferson.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You got that, Ms. James?
Yes.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Good luck, guys.
Thank you. And Cal, I need the video discovery as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
Thank you. Have a good one, everyone.
All right. Tanya Boyd.
Okay.
Yes.
Ready, Your Honor.
Calling case number 21-58137, People versus Tanya Boyd. Defendant is charged with 1 count, carrying a concealed weapon. Defendant is scheduled today for a probable cause conference.
Cal Major on behalf of the people, Your Honor.
Bob Zaranick, P39346 from Miss Boyd, Your Honor. Miss Boyd, can you state your name for the record, ma'am?
Yes, Tanya Boyd.
Mr. Prosecutor?
Yes, Your Honor. There is an updated offer on this case to consent to HIDA on a plea as charged with 1 year probation.
Okay.
Miss Boyd would like to take that offer, Judge.
Is that correct, Ms. Boyd?
Yes.
In order to take the HIDA plea, the first step is to waive your right to a preliminary examination. A preliminary examination is a hearing that you have a statutory right to by which the people would have to prove that the felony offense charged was committed in the city of Detroit and that there's probable cause that you committed the offense. By waiving the exam will not be held and you'll be bound over to the Wayne County Circuit Court for further proceedings. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Do you wish to waive that?
Yes.
Anyone forcing you to waive the exam?
No.
Court finds the waiver was freely and voluntarily executed. Therefore, the defendant will be bound over to the Wayne County Circuit Court for further proceedings. We'll go to an immediate arraignment on the information. Does your client waive the formal reading?
We do, Judge. Waive the formal reading, stand mute.
Okay. Mr. Nager, factual basis.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. Ms. Boyd, on May 19th, 2021, in the area of St. Clair Street in the city of Detroit in Wayne County. On that date in that area, were you in a motor vehicle?
Yes.
And did you have a gun in the car?
Yes.
And did you have a CPL license that would allow you to carry the gun in the car that way?
No.
People are satisfied.
Satisfied, Your Honor.
Court is as well satisfied the plea was freely and voluntarily made. We will come back on October 25th at 11 a.m. for sentencing. Madam Clerk of the Third Circuit, are you ready to receive Ms. Boyd's phone number?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, Ms. Boyd, state your phone number.
313-676-7412.
Okay, Ms. Boyd, you need to call probation at 456-4600.
Okay. I need a pencil and a pen.
Mr. Zaranick, Do you have your client's phone number?
I do, Judge.
All right, call her and give her the phone number. Again, it's 313-456-4600. Have her call by tomorrow.
I will, Judge.
Okay, thank you.
Do you just do sentences on Mondays, Judge, or do you do them all day?
Mondays and Wednesday.
Okay, all right.
Is that a bad day for you?
Could we go out one more week to November 1?
What about going up a week? Can you go up a week?
Oh, I could do that.
Let's do the 20th.
Sounds good. Thank you, Judge.
October 20th at 11 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bob.
Everyone, thank you.
Thank you. Take care. Have a good day. All right.
Thank you.
Good to see you, Judge. Good to see you, Cal. Take care.
Thank you, Bob.
Bye.
Let's see. Delano Childs.
Yes, sir.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Morning. Mr. Clerk.
Calling case number 2158116, People versus Delano, Anthony Childs. Defendant is charged with count 1, carrying a concealed weapon. Defendant is scheduled today for sentencing.
Good morning, Your Honor. Cal Nager for the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. Adel Haradwala, P40095 for Mr. Delano Childs, who's appearing by Zoom. We both waive our appearance in the courtroom.
I don't have any paperwork for sentences or diversions today. Where?
Here, Chief, I'll bring them right to you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Mr. Clerk, do you have anything for Childs?
No, sir. I'm waiting to hear back from the clerk over at Circuit Court now. I'm missing like that one and maybe one more for today.
Okay, we're gonna have to pass this case. The pre-sentence investigation report has not made it to the court.
Your Honor, it has not made it to me as well. So I would appreciate also getting a copy.
Mr. Childs, did you meet with probation?
No. Oh, yeah. I did. I'm sorry.
Are you sure?
Well, it was a lady.
Okay.
But that was it. She didn't give me nothing else further than that.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll recall the case. Well.
Okay.
All right. Mr. Coleman, who do you have?
Good morning, Your Honor. I have Gerard Hall.
It was Mrs. Webb.
Okay. We'll find it. All right. Thank you, Mr. Childs. So we'll recall your case.
Yes, sir.
Calling case number 2158789, People versus Gerard, Tyrell, Hall. Defendant is charged with 1 count, carrying a concealed weapon, commission of a felony with the motor vehicle advisor. Defendant is scheduled today for a probable cause conference.
Good morning, Your Honor. Cal Nager on behalf of the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. For the record, Sterling Coleman on behalf of Gerard Hall, P43321.
State your name, sir, Mr. Hall.
Gerard Hall.
All right. Mr. Prosecutor.
Yes, Your Honor. The offer at this juncture is attempt CCW.
Judge, we're going to ask for a preliminary exam. I've not been before on your docket in this manner, but at this point, I have not received discovery. So I can't advise my client one way or the other. So I'd ask for a preliminary exam date, and let's go from there.
Well, before we go there, Mr. Coleman, do you wish to inquire with the gun board of a different offer once you have discovery, or do you just want to go straight to exam?
Whoa, that's a tough one, Judge. And again, I'm new to your docket.
Right.
So,
well, what we normally do, if you don't have discovery, and if you're inquiring about to see if you can get either a HIDA or a diversion or a misdemeanor plea, those cases stay here with me. If you want to go straight to an exam, we can just set you for an exam.
You know what, Judge? Let me get the discovery, and then let's come back, and if I can get HIDA or a diversionary plea that otherwise resolves it, I'd be prepared to advise my client in that manner, but clearly I can't do anything until we have discovery.
Correct. Mr. Prosecutor, you were about to say something?
Yes, Judge. My notes indicate that there's no proof that the gun was legal. There was something in the reports where the defendant alleged he was open carrying. That suggests to me that it may have been at least a legally purchased gun, so that maybe a gun board letter would be fruitful. But I can't speak for the gun board.
And Judge, that is part of my understanding as well, that the gun was not a stolen or a street gun, so to speak.
Yeah.
So I think that bodes well on his behalf. Again, Cal and I go way back.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So I'm prepared to, but I still need the discovery.
Absolutely. So we'll come back here on October 25th at 10 a.m. And that'll give plenty of time for you to write the gun board, provide the proof of registration or sale purchase, and come back and see if we have a different resolution.
So that's October the 25th. That's a Monday.
Yes, at 10 a.m.
10 a.m. Okay, I'll make it happen. I do have a final pretrial that day before Judge Van Houten.
We'll be here.
Okay, good deal. Thank you again, Your Honor.
All right.
Everybody stay safe.
Judge, I'll put Mr. Coleman's file on top of the discovery list of files.
Thank you.
Cal, we'll talk. Stay safe, my friend.
Okay, buddy.
Let's see. Ms. Triplett, who do you have?
Good morning, Judge. I have Cordario Miles. I don't have an assignment and I don't have any discovery. So there's been no contact. I didn't have any contact information.
We have Miles here yet.
No, we don't.
Mr. Konecki, who do you have?
Good morning, Your Honor. I have Ricky Chesson.
Sorry, who was that, Jeff?
Ricky Chesson, Chesson.
Call Ricky Chesson, please.
Okay. Calling case number 2158869, People versus Ricky Chesson. Defendant is charged of 1 count, carrying a concealed weapon, commission of a felony with a motor vehicle advisory. Defendant is scheduled today for a probable cause conference.
Good morning, Your Honor. Cal Nager on behalf of the people.
May it please the court, Neighborhood Defender Service of Detroit by Jeffrey Konecki on behalf of Mr. Chesson.
Mr. Chesson is still having connectivity issues. He's trying to log in. Mr. Prosecutor?
Your Honor, the offer is attempt CCW. I don't anticipate a better offer coming down the road on this one.
Mr. Konecki.
Just my opinion, Judge.
Your Honor, then we'd ask to set it for an in-person preliminary exam, and I need discovery.
Mr. Clerk.
Okay. I need to call Judge Jefferson again, Your Honor.
Okay.
Hello.
Mr. Chesson?
Yes.
State
I
your-
had some audio issues I had to adjust real quick.
Fine, state your name for the record.
Ricky Chesson.
Mr. Konecki, you may want to tell your client what just happened.
Ricky Chesson.
Mr. Chesson, it's Jeffrey Konecki, your attorney. The prosecutor's offer to you was an attempt carrying concealed weapon, which is also still a felony. I indicated that we wanted to set this for an in-person preliminary examination and that we wanted discovery on the matter. So we're getting a date from the courtroom that's going to have the exam. We should have that shortly.
Okay, so you never got the discovery package at all?
Not before, no, not before today, no. And I made sure that the prosecution and the court's aware that we're still waiting for that.
Okay. Okay, so what are we doing at this point here today?
We're setting the matter for preliminary examination.
Okay, all right.
And discovery has been ordered by the court.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Ms. Kraus, who do you have?
I have Kenneth Livingston.
Okay. Mr. Clerk, while we're waiting on the exam date for Chesson, can you call Kenneth
Livingston?
Yes.
Okay. Calling case number 2158808, People versus Kenneth Reginald Livingston. Defendant is charged with 1 count, carrying a concealed weapon, commission of a felony with the motor vehicle advisor. Defendant is scheduled today for a probable cause conference.
Mr. Prosecutor. Mr. Prosecutor, looks like Cal is frozen. Ms. Kraus.
Yes, good morning, Your Honor. Sarah Kraus, P81830, appearing on behalf of Kenneth Livingston, who is present by Zoom. Mr. Livingston, can you state your name for the court, please?
Connect your audio, Mr. Livingston.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Oh, Kenneth Livingston.
Okay. We just lost our prosecutor. I'm assuming he'll be right back.
Your Honor?
Yes.
I have an exam date for Mr. Chesson.
Okay.
September 23rd at 12:15 in person in front of Judge Jefferson.
Judge, I'm sorry, I didn't hear that date. September
23rd at 12:15 in front of Judge Jefferson.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good day.
All right, Mr. Chesson, you can log off now.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Okay.
Have a good day, Your Honor.
You also. Mr. Nazier, we're on the record on Kenneth Livingston. Could you please give your appearance?
Yes, Judge. My video went down for a second.
Yeah, you're good.
Mr. Livingston, Your Honor.
You need your appearance though, Cal. You need your appearance.
Cal Nazier on behalf of the people, Your Honor.
Okay.
And Mr. Livingston is offered attempt CCW at this point, Your Honor.
Hello.
It appears that the gun may have been registered, but not to this individual.
Okay. Ms. Kraus, how do you wish to proceed?
Your Honor, I would like to ask for another PCC so I have an opportunity to write the gun forward with proof from Mr. Livingston. I also need any videos. This was a traffic stop and there was an interrogation of my client, so I'm requesting that video as well.
All right, please turn over all video discovery, Mr. Prosecutor.
Yes, Judge, of course.
Traffic stop. All right, October 25th, 10 a.m.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Ms. Triplett, who was your client one more time? Miles.
Cordario
Miles, that's right.
Miles, yes, Your Honor. Cordario Miles.
Do you wish to waive his appearance?
I can, Judge. Yes, I do.
All right, call Miles.
Calling case number 21-58827, People versus Cordario Miles. Defendant is charged of 1 count, carrying a concealed weapon. Defendant is scheduled today for a probable cause conference.
Good morning, Your Honor. Kelton Age on behalf of the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. Regina Triplett on behalf of Cordario Miles. I have asked to waive his appearance. Judge, I do not have an appointment form, so I don't have any contact information, and I don't have any discovery.
Mr. Nazier, can you please provide, well, where are we with the case, Mr. Nazier?
Yeah, yes, Judge. Where we are is that the defendant is 18 years old. He's HIDA eligible by the court. I can briefly take a look if there's a phone number for the defendant.
Mr. Livingston, you can log off, sir.
Oh, okay, sorry.
No, you're good.
Okay.
Your Honor, I have a number in the file. I think it might be for the defendant. I can give that to counsel.
Please. Yeah.
It looks like 313-288-6626.
Okay. Is there an address on the file? 14168 Prevost, Detroit. All right, I'll make some efforts.
October 25th, 10 a.m.
Thank you for indulging us on that, Judge.
No problem.
Thank you.
October 25th for Ms. Triplett.
Yeah, 10 a.m.
Thank you.
Judge, I'm scheduled for an in-person hearing there at 10 a.m.
All right. Can you do 8:30?
I can, Judge. Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. 8:30.
All right, have a good one.
All right, you too.
Ready on Waters?
Yes. Jayshawn Waters.
Morning, Your Honor.
Morning.
Calling case number 21-58788, People versus Jayshawn Waters. Defendant is charged with 1 count, carrying a concealed weapon. Defendant is scheduled today for a probable cause conference.
Tyrell Ruck on behalf of Mr. Jayshawn Waters. Your Honor, I don't believe I've received discovery.
Okay, 1 second. Mr. Prosecutor.
Calvin Age on behalf of the people, Your Honor. This is the first time up on this case.
Mr. Waters, state your name for the record, please.
Jayshawn Waters.
Okay, Mr. Prosecutor.
Your Honor, Mr. Waters is 20 years old. He's HIDA eligible by the court.
Mr. Rucker.
Okay, Your Honor, I don't believe I have any discovery. I've been checking as of yet, nor a telephone number for Mr. Waters so he and I can talk.
Okay. Mr. Waters, are you there?
Yes.
Okay, please provide your phone number to your attorney.
I gotta, yes, because it's 586. Hold on, I got 586-873-3399.
Yeah, you gotta speak up, sir.
586-873-3399.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, the matter will be adjourned for discovery and for counsel to have a chance to have the opportunity to confer with his client. They would also give time, well, I guess there's no need for a gun board letter, but October 25th at 8:30. I'm sorry, October 25th at 10 a.m.
I come at 10 a.m. Okay, thanks, Judge.
Thank you. Attorney Kirkland. Who do you have?
Good morning, Judge. I have Mr. Reginald Buchanan.
What was that last name? I'm sorry.
Buchanan, Buchanan.
Don't see that.
You have that, Melanie?
I don't.
I don't have that either.
Mr. Clerk, can you look up a Reginald? You said Reginald Buchanan?
Yes.
Okay, I'm looking it up now, Your Honor. I don't see it in this. How does he spell his last name, Counsel?
Buchanan.
Okay. Is his date of birth 11/25?
Sorry?
Is his date of birth 11/25?
Let's see. Yes, 98.
Okay. His PCC is set for November 1st at 8:30.
November 1st. Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Well, Ms. Kirkland, I think you just wanted to come and say hello to everyone. So we'll say good morning, and we'll see you in about 3 months. All right. Mr. McRipley, who do you have?
Mr. Brooks.
All right. Keith Brooks, please.
One quick question. There are 2 Keith Brooks on the docket, so I'm not exactly sure which one this is.
Let me see.
What's your middle name, sir?
My middle name is Kwame, Kwame.
Okay.
I believe Mr. McRipley has Eugene.
I got Keith Eugene Brooks.
Wow. Okay. Wait, what do we do with Jason Waters? Oh, sir, you can leave out. You're Mr. Waters. You're coming back October 25th at 10 a.m.
Excuse me. I got one more question. It's the same Zoom code. It's the Zoom code that I'll use today.
Yes, sir.
Nice to see you, Mr. McRipley.
Mr. Naja, how are you?
You're looking very nice and calm.
I got 16 days left. I got cold feet.
Your Honor, was this Keith Kwame Brooks that you wanted me to call, or Keith Eugene Brooks?
Eugene. Oh, I'm sorry.
No. Well, do you have the other Brooks here, Melanie?
I don't.
Okay, I just talked to him. Okay. I don't know what's going on.
Give him a call, Ms. McRipley. Now, who's the attorney on Keith Kwame Brooks?
Greenwood?
Okay.
Emmett.
I've never seen anything like this. Okay. Any update on Madam Clerk of the Third Circuit? Are you there?
Yes, Judge.
All right. The pre-sentence report for Childs, has that been able to be located?
Not as of yet by the supervisor. Hopefully I have an answer shortly, Judge. They've only found one so far, but
okay,
not Mr. Childs as of yet. My apologies, Your Honor.
Oh, you're good.
Pretty on.
Judge, Mr. Brooks needed some time to submit a gun board letter. He's been missing me. Are you willing to waive the PCC one more time?
So this was not the first hearing?
9-1. Oh, damn, I'm sorry. It is the first hearing.
This is the first. I mean, I'm willing to waive his appearance if you don't, you've been in contact with him?
Yeah, we've been talking all morning.
Oh, okay. Call Keith Eugene. Call Keith Eugene Brooks.
Calling case number 21-58787, People versus Keith Eugene Brooks. Defendant is charged with count 1, carrying a concealed weapon, commission of a felony with a motor vehicle violence. Defendant is scheduled today for a probable cause conference.
Cal Major on behalf of the people, Your Honor.
Good morning again, Judge McConico's. G. Whitney Mac Ripley on behalf of Mr. Brooks. I'd ask the court to kindly waive his appearance. I have talked to him for the last couple of days.
His appearance will be waived. Mr. Prosecutor.
Your Honor, Mr. Keith Eugene Brooks is offered attempt CCW at this point.
Your Honor, this is set for first PCC. I asked the court to adjourn it just one time. I want to see if I can approach the prosecutor's office with a gun board letter.
October 25th, 10 a.m.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Have a good day, everyone.
You too. Mr.
All right, did you what happened?
Keith Kwame, Brooks, we're going to put you back in the waiting room until your attorney appears.
Okay.
Okay. Miss Mitchell, who do you have?
Good morning, Judge. Ray Jackson.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Call Christian Ray Jackson, please.
Calling case number 21-60317, People versus Christian Ray Jackson. Defendant is charged with 1 count, carrying a concealed weapon. Defendant is scheduled today for a probable cause conference.
Good morning, Your Honor. Cal Major for the people.
Good morning, may it please this most honorable court. Rena Mitchell appearing on behalf of Mr. Jackson. Mr. Jackson, can you state your name for the record?
Christian Ray Jackson.
Your Honor, we're asking for a preliminary examination. It may be a waiver, but I need time to speak with my client concerning that.
Mr. Prosecutor?
Judge, the defendant is, Mr. Jackson, I should say, is 18 years old. He's height eligible by the court. We can also do a waiver here if that's how it shakes out. Ms. Mitchell.
Mitchell, you said you want to set the matter for exam?
Yes. And if it's a waiver, I'll contact the court another date so we can do the waiver before the exam.
Who's the judge on this, Mr. Clerk?
It's Judge Jefferson again, Your
Honor. Okay. Ms. Mitchell, would you like to adjourn the PCC to see if you're going to do a waiver, or do you still want to? Because I don't necessarily want to take up a spot on the exam docket if you're going to.
That's fine. Some judges don't want us to adjourn a PCC, so that's fine if you would give me another PCC.
That's what this docket is for, is to do resolutions. So if he's gonna take a HIDA plea, he can do that here. If he's gonna waive it, then you're gonna go to trial. He can do that here. If it was, so that's the point. So.
Okay, we'll take an adjourned PCC date.
All right, October 25th at 10 a.m.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay.
Thank you.
And one second, Mr. Jackson, I need to get your telephone number.
My telephone number is 313-482-6911.
Okay, I'm about to give you a call right now, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Have a good day, everyone.
You too.
You have Lane, Mr. Alex. Juwan, Lane, are you there?
Yes.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes, call Lane, please.
Juwan Lane is here. Why is it? 1 second. I'm trying to get my video.
Calling case number 21-57409, People versus Juwan Terrell Lane. Defendant is charged with 1 count, carrying a concealed weapon. Defendant is here today for a hearing.
Yeah, I'm video stuff.
Cal Major for the people.
Joseph Alex appearing on behalf of Mr. Lane, who is on Zoom. We consent to this hearing via Zoom.
Mr. Lane, I need you to start your video and say your name. Mr. Lane, are you there? Mr. Lane.
Your Honor,
Yeah.
I just received the PSI for Mr. Childs. I'm going to bring it over.
All right.
Mr. Lane, are you with us?
He's gone. He dropped off.
I'll call him on the phone, Your Honor.
Mr. Hardvala, did you still need a copy of that PSI or did you get it? Okay.
All right. Wow. Back on the record of his child. Did he leave too? I guess Child's left.
He just popped back in the waiting room, so here he is. Mr. Lane keeps
Can you hear
appearing and
me?
disappearing as well.
Okay. Mr. Childs, can you hear us?
Yes, sir.
Counsel.
Can you hear me, Your Honor?
Yes, I can.
All right.
Okay. The court is now in receipt of the pre-sentence investigation report.
Hello?
Yes.
Your Honor, I've had a brief conversation about the report, which I did receive, and everything appears to be accurate. There are no additions, corrections, deletions, or modifications to the report or the guidelines. We are ready for sentencing, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Childs, you are sentenced as following. You are placed on probation under HIDA for 1 year, not 2. You must not use any object as a weapon. You must not own, use, or have under your control or area of control a weapon of any type or imitation of a weapon. You must not be in the company of anyone you know to possess these items. You must submit to a search of your property or person, including but not limited to your vehicle, residence, and computer, without need of a warrant if the field agent has reasonable cause to believe you have these items which violate conditions of your probation. You must report any arrests or police contacts, loss of employment, or change of residence to your field agent within 24 hours, weekends, and holidays accepted. You must make genuine efforts to find and maintain legitimate employment of a minimum of 30 hours per week. You must pay $68 in state costs. You must pay $130 as crime victim fee, $30 a month for oversight, another $300 for court costs, and a $200 attorney fee. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, sir.
You also to call probation at 456-4600. Good luck, sir.
Thank
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good day.
All right,
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, back on the record of Juwan Lane. Mr. Lane, state your name for the record.
Juwan Lane.
All right, do you still wish to be part of the diversion program?
Yes.
It is
Yes.
ordered that Mr. Lane is placed on diversion under the terms stated in the prosecution's motion. The court will review this matter on September 2nd, 2022. In the event diversion is revoked, the case will be reinstated, and Mr. Lane will be required to appear before the court for a pretrial hearing. If the terms of the program are successfully completed, the case will be dismissed. Do you understand that?
Yes.
All right, good luck, sir.
All right, thank you. Sorry for
Thank
this.
you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Let's see. Who has Mr. Gordon?
Good morning, Your Honor. It's Daniel Wozak. I'm his attorney, and we're waiting a gun board response if Mr. Najar has it.
All right, call Gordon, please.
Calling case number 21-56884, People versus Raymond Gordon. Defendant is charged with 1 count, carrying like I said, a weapon, Defendant is scheduled today for a probable cause conference.
Good morning, Your Honor. Cal Major on behalf of the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. Daniel Wazak. My bar number is P35225. On behalf of Raymond Gordon, who is present via Zoom, we waive in-court presence.
Mr. Gordon,
Yes,
state your name.
Raymond Gordon.
Mr. Prosecutor.
Judge, the offer is attempt CCW. There's no further reductions from the gun board. They have reviewed it.
Since I guess I'm a little confused because he provided the pistol sales record, which is what they usually require for a more beneficial offer. Can we adjourn this so I can try and find out why they didn't?
Well, Mr. Nager may have some more information right now.
Judge, actually, I don't have much more information. It says as recently as 8/31, so that's a very recent review. I have denied.
That would be as recent as possible. It was 24 hours ago. Okay.
Right, and it says denied, no proof gun is legal.
Okay, and I'm holding the photostatic copy in my hand that I forwarded to them.
Sometimes, I don't know, I'm not arguing at all. I'm just saying sometimes things don't match up in terms of serial number, names, dates, they look at it closely, but.
Well, I would recommend, why don't we do this? Mr. Nager, can the council send this to you? And
Absolutely.
Have you look at it, and then we come back very quickly to see if we can see if there's any change, and if not, they'll have to make a decision at that point.
That's excellent, Judge. Thank you for that.
Okay, can you let's see. How about September 13? That's
Yes, I'm completely free on that day, Judge.
All right.
So that's good.
Let's come back on 9/13 at 10 a.m.
10 a.m. Will do. Thanks, Judge.
No, but you need to
And
get
please-
you need to get
and
this
please-
stuff to Cal like now.
Let me just check and make sure he's in my mail system. So I have his address. I'm pretty sure I do.
Well, that sounded very formal, Miss Michon. His mail system. Gee. All right.
Also, just FYI, Mr. Wajak's next case is also present.
Okay, who's his next case?
Reynolds.
Okay.
Judge, I do have Mr. Nager's address. I will send that to him as soon as I'm off Zoom.
All right, Mr. Gordon, you may log off. We'll see you after the holiday on the 13th.
Okay.
All right, Reynolds.
Calling case number 21-57501, People versus Lamar, Rakim, Reynolds. Defendant is charged with 1 count, carrying a concealed weapon, commission of a felony with the motor vehicle advisor. Defendant is scheduled today for a probable cause conference.
Good morning, Your Honor. Cal Major for the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. Daniel Wozniak on behalf of the defendant. Mr. Reynolds, will you please tell the judge your name?
Emmett Randolph.
No, Mr. Reynolds. Lamar Reynolds.
Oh no, this is Emmett Randolph.
Okay, no, sir, stop, Mr. Randolph. We didn't call your case. Your case is next. We're on Reynolds.
Oh, I'm sorry, my fault.
You okay? Let's.
Mr. Reynolds, state your name, please, and start your video. Oh. Judge, I'm at a loss for why he's not able to communicate.
Okay, I just sent him a chat. Mr. Nager, where are we on this case?
I'm waiting to submit a gun board letter, Judge. I've reminded my client twice now to get me documents. I've spoken to him again this morning, but he was at work. So I will, hustle him up, say again. So I will leave it to the court's discretion.
Mr. Reynolds, are you there?
Okay, I can hear you now.
Okay, Mr. Reynolds, have you provided the documentation that your lawyer needs for a gun board letter?
No,
Why
I don't have it.
Okay, you don't have it.
Yes.
Okay.
Judge, let's move the case along, set it for exam, and I'll contact Mr. Reynolds again.
Okay. Mr. Clerk?
Your Honor, it's going to be September 29th at 10 o'clock a.m. in front of Judge Jones.
That works.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
That was 9:29, Judge Jones.
Yes.
Yes.
May I ask, Melanie, who's the co-defendant on Mr. Reynolds?
So you have to ask the clerk that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Judge.
Your Honor, that'll be Maurice Mays.
Okay. Thank you.
Melanie is just a traffic cop to get us all in the film. The clerk has the files.
Right, I apologize.
She's driving the train in here, but she's not there. There you go. But yeah, she can't do it all, Cal.
No, I know. I apologize.
You about to have her calling the cases too.
Oh, no.
All right. Thank you for everything you're doing, Melanie. I'll try to.
No problem.
I'll try to have Mr. Nager not overworking you. Okay, Mr. Walden, you guys take care. Have a good day. Mr. Reynolds, you can log off. Emmett Randolph.
I did not see Mr. Randolph on the docket, and then Ms. Michon was the last attorney left in the waiting room.
Okay, Ms. Michon, who do you have?
Good morning, Your Honor. I should have Marquis Stewart and Brandon Morgan on the 9 o'clock docket. And then on the 10 o'clock docket, I also have Eric Finley and Terrance Moses.
Do we have any of her clients?
I'm sorry, who are the first two one more time?
I'm so sorry. I apologize. Marquis Stewart and Brandon Morgan.
We have both of them.
Lovely.
All right.
Hello.
Mr. Clerk.
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
Can you look to see when Emmett Randolph has a case?
Emmett Randolph? Yes, sir.
Can I ask a question?
Who's that?
Emmett Randolph.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so last week I had a hearing.
Yes.
But no one answered it on the 25th.
Okay, you said you had a hearing on the 25th, and what happened?
I didn't get an answer from Zoom.
Okay.
Your Honor, on August 25th, it was adjourned to October 18th at 10 o'clock for PCC.
October 18 at 10 o'clock, Mr. Randolph.
Okay, thank you.
October 18, 10 o'clock, same place.
Okay.
All right, thank you. All right, Eric Finley.
Hello, good morning.
Morning.
Good morning to the courts.
Okay.
Calling case number 21-58128, People versus Eric Finley. Defendant is charged with count 1, carrying a concealed weapon. Count 2, operated while license suspended, revoked, or denied. Second or subsequent offense notice. Commission of a felony with the motor vehicle advisor. Defendant is scheduled today for a probable cause conference.
Good morning, Your Honor. Cal Nager for the people.
And good morning, Your Honor. May it please the court. Kim Michon, Neighborhood Defender Services, P59167, on behalf of dear Mr. Finley. Can I confirm if an offer has been extended to Mr. Finley at this point?
Your Honor, the offer for Mr. Finley is attempt CCW.
Understood. With that, Your Honor, I've explained the nature of a preliminary examination to Mr. Finley in that the people would need to prove by probable cause only that a crime has been committed and he may be involved in that matter. After that discussion, he has indicated he wants to freely and voluntarily waive that right, understanding that he will be bound over to the circuit court on the charges in the complaint and the warrant.
Is that correct, sir?
Yes, Your Honor, it is correct. I'd like to also add that if you would dismiss the cases, I would accept that judgment as well.
Okay. Okay. At this point, we're strictly dealing with the waiver. Did anyone force you to waive this examination?
No, Your Honor.
Court finds that the waiver was freely and voluntarily executed. Therefore, the defendant will be bound over to the Wayne County Circuit Court for further proceedings. The arraignment now, and I'm sorry, Ms. Michon, what are we doing with what is the resolution in this case?
The current offer is for an attempt CCW, Judge, but Mr. Finley has another matter pending in front of Judge Williams Claiborne, and we're hoping to resolve all of them at the same time.
Got it. Okay, so the arraignment on the information will be September 15th.
Thank you so very much. And Mr. Finley, you can hang up now. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
You too.
Thank you, Kim.
Marquis Stewart.
Yes.
1 second.
Calling case number 21-58792, People versus Marquis Oran Stewart. Defendant is charged of 1 count, carrying a concealed weapon, commission of a felony with the motor vehicle advisor. Defendant is scheduled today for a probable cause conference.
Cal Nager for the people, Your Honor.
And good morning, Your Honor. May it please the court. Kim Michon, Neighborhood Defender Services P59167 on behalf of Mr. Stewart, who's consenting to do this matter via Zoom.
Mr. Stewart, state your name.
Marquis Stewart.
Mr. Prosecutor.
Your Honor, Mr. Stewart is 19 years old. He's HIDA eligible by the court.
Ms. Michon.
Your Honor, we have paper discovery. I do not have digital discovery, and probably best practices would dictate that I have that digital discovery so I can have an educated conversation with the client. An opinion from prosecution, I think this is a registered gun to him. Is the gun committee taking the official position that if he's HIDA eligible, they are not going to consider him for diversion?
That's almost always the position, Kim. I can't say whether there would ever be an exception, but that's the position.
Understood. Well, I will attempt to be the exception on behalf of dear Mr. Stewart. And we would request a brief adjournment, Judge, and some digital discovery just to make sure I'm dotting my I's and crossing my T's.
All right, October 25th, 10 a.m.
Thank you so very much.
Thank
And
you, Your
Mr.
Honor.
Stewart, you can disconnect now.
Okay.
Thank you, dear.
All right.
Judge, on Ms. Michon's last case, I can try to get a earlier turnaround if you think that's necessary.
No, we're fine.
Okay, okay.
Let's see. Who's Brandon Morgan?
That would be mine as well.
Okay. He's here. Mr. Morgan, can you unmute yourself? And can you hear us?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. All right. Call Brandon Morgan, please.
Calling case number 21-58826, People versus Brandon Reese Morgan. Defendant is charged of 1 count, carrying a concealed weapon. Defendant is scheduled today for a probable cause conference.
Cal Nager on behalf of the people, Your Honor.
And good morning, Your Honor. May it please the court. Kim Michon, Neighborhood Defender Services P59167 on behalf of Mr. Morgan, who is appearing via Zoom and consenting to do so.
Major.
Your Honor, Mr. Morgan is 20 years old. He's HIDA eligible by the court.
With that, Your Honor, we do have paper discovery on behalf of Mr. Morgan. We do not have digital, though. So if Mr. Nager would be ever so kind. And again, I'd at least like to attempt to move the needle before we simply accept the HIDA resolution. So if I could have a brief adjournment, gather the digital, and have a conversation with the young man and submit a gun committee letter to see if I can move heaven and earth, I would appreciate it.
October 25th, 10 a.m.
Thank you so much, Judge.
All right.
And Mr. Morgan, you can disconnect now, dear.
Hey.
Is there a Murray? Was it? No. Terrance Moses. Who has Terrance Moses?
That would be me as well.
Okay. Call Terrance Moses.
Yes, sir. Calling case number 58132, People versus Terrance Tyrell Moses. Defendant is charged with 1 count, carrying a concealed weapon, commission of a felony with the motor vehicle advisor. Defendant is scheduled today for a probable cause conference.
Cal Major on behalf of the people, Your Honor.
And good morning, Your Honor. May it please the court, Kim Michon, Neighborhood Defender Services, P59167. On behalf of Mr. Moses, Your Honor, we do have a discovery in the case. We did submit a letter to the gun committee. I have not heard back as to whether or not it was successful. I know the previous offer, I believe, Mr. Nager, please quote, make sure I'm not misquoting. He's 20 and I think he is HIDA eligible, but this is one of those we were trying to do a little bit better for Mr. Moses. Were we able to do that, Mr. Nager?
Judge, he is 20 years old, HIDA eligible. The Ms. Michon's letter to the gun board is in the file. I'm just trying to see if, with the dates on the notes, whether it was reviewed prior to, and I can't tell. The most recent, there's the most recent note which says that he's HIDA eligible, which is kind of the typical policy. If they're HIDA eligible, that's as far as they go with it. Was one date. Well, I'm trying to look at. Yeah, so the note is July 6th. The letter is July 6th. So it appears that it was reviewed. But that's all I can give you.
How do you wish to proceed today? You set the HIDA plea, or do you want to set the matter for exam?
May we, well, Mr. Nager, I know the offer was HIDA. We submitted the letter after the offer was HIDA. Is there any notes that they reviewed that letter? I just, before we go further, Judge, I just want to make sure that we're not proceeding in vain if that letter was never reviewed. And if that's the case, I would ask for a very brief adjournment just to confirm.
Well, I mean, to my understanding, with all of my meetings with the prosecutor's office, they stated that if the person is under 23 and they're HIDA eligible, they're not offering diversion or the misdemeanor. They're only offering HIDA. So, I mean, that's what I received directly from Kim Worthy. So they're not doing this. So I don't really know what else we can. I mean, I'm not adjourning this matter a third time for them to say he's HIDA eligible. So, I mean, you actually have an absolute right to set it for an exam, but he's HIDA eligible, and that's their policy. And I can't, I don't know what else to do with this, Ms. Michelle.
If I may respond,
yes.
We've only had one other proceeding, Judge, and so if the court is going
the other proceeding, they stated that he was HIDA eligible.
Yes.
You
submitted a gun letter that I don't.
Letter, but my point is, when a person is HIDA eligible by the court, the policy, as I was told from the Wayne County prosecutor herself, was that those cases are not eligible for diversion, or they're not eligible for the misdemeanor plea. That they are, I mean, they're not eligible for diversion. That they are either if they're HIDA eligible, that is what they take. I spoke with her and said that the defense is saying that the person under 23 is kind of being treated differently than if they're over 23 because they can get diversion and there's no conviction whatsoever. And I was told that's what the policy is. So I mean, I've taken that directly to them. So I mean,
understood, Judge.
We can last thing, we can adjourn this matter, not adjourn it. I mean, we can wait like a few minutes for Mr. Nager to call over there just to assure that's what happened. But I'm not adjourning it out. So I mean, we can pass the case.
May we have a breakout room with Mr. Moses so he understands and is fully advised as to what's about to happen.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
And Judge, that is correctly stated as the policy by the court states.
But yeah, just while they're in the breakout room, you call the gun board or call one of the supervisors and just, double check, because, I'm not infallible. I'm not Melanie. So, but just call and check.
Thank you, Judge. Well, it never hurts to just double check and ask,
I mean,
Well, I got 18-year-olds taking a hit under HIDA, and they're getting, assessed costs and fees upwards of $2,000, whereas if they got the diversion, it'd be $25. So, I mean, it's terrible, terrible. So
I understand. So, Mr. Nager, we're gonna take 5 minutes to let you make a phone call. We'll stretch and then they'll have their time for the breakout room. Then we'll come right back together. And then Miss Henry, we're gonna get to your case.
Okay, so 5 minutes, Judge, thank you.
Yeah, go ahead and call the gun board just to double check this.
I will.
Did you get my paperwork?
I thought I saw something from you. Who's your client, Kathy, real quick?
Felicia Richardson.
Richardson.
I emailed it to you.
Yeah, I think Amtel did diversion paperwork come in on Richardson?
Let me double check.
Thank you. Oh. I don't think so.
No, because I have Richardson down today for a PCC, Cal.
Okay, thank you. I'll check real quick.
Okay. Miss Kathy?
Yes. Yes.
I was just trying to see, did you receive my my proof of purchase and my gun license certificate?
You sent it, right? That's why I called you. Did you send some additional documents?
No, I had received, I may have received your email late when it said it wouldn't let you open it. So I sent it through Yahoo instead of iCloud.
When did you send it? Yesterday?
Yeah. It should be from Amali.Richardson.
I'll send it to Cal too. I resent it to him.
Okay. And then also I had my my appointment for my fingerprints.
Mm-hmm.
And I had received that. I have proof of that too, but they sent it back
that's not
because this
necessary.
case is
How old
going
are
on.
you? How
I'm
old are
30
you?
years, 30
Okay.
years old.
Okay, right. Okay. No, that's all we need. Okay, thanks.
Okay. Okay.
Melanie, let me know when Cal comes back.
Kathy, are you still there?
Yeah, she went, I believe, to the restroom.
Oh, okay. Kim,
Yes, my friend.
I didn't just call. I walked and spoke directly with the gun board. Rock solid, no way. If they're HIDA eligible by the court, 18, 19, 20, no way anything better than HIDA is going to be offered.
Okay.
So that
Thank
goes
you for
to
thank you for double checking. I appreciate it.
and that goes to the other guy that we put over, because I asked him, I said, what if there's like rock solid documentation regarding the gun and everything else? And the answer was rock solid. No, it's not going to be diversion if they're HIDA eligible.
Understood.
So maybe that one we should just decide what we want to do with it instead of adjourning it. The first one.
Well, there were two of them, but I still needed the digital discovery, my friend.
Well, I'll get you the digital discovery. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, and then we'll probably end up waiving them down the road. Okay.
Back on the record of Terrance Moses. How are we proceeding, counsel?
Your Honor, after clarification, and we definitely need to thank Mr. Najer for going above and beyond and walking down and just confirming, because it never hurts to ask, and I appreciate his efforts. As of right now, the offer is to the Homes Youthful Trainee Act. With that, Mr. Moses and I have had a conversation regarding the nature of a preliminary examination, in that the people would need to prove by probable cause a crime has been committed. He may be involved in that matter. After that discussion, he's going to freely and voluntarily waive his right to a preliminary examination, understanding he'll be bound over the circuit court.
Is that correct, sir?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Moses, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. Anyone force you to waive the exam, Mr. Moses?
No.
Court finds that the waiver was freely and voluntarily executed. Therefore, the defendant will be bound over to the Wayne County Circuit Court for further proceedings. We'll go to an immediate arraignment on the information. Does your client waive the formal reading and stand mute?
Yes, Your Honor.
Factual basis.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Moses, on the date of May 19th, 2021, on the John C. Lodge Service Drive near Chicago Boulevard in the city of Detroit in Wayne County. Were you in a motor vehicle that day?
Yes.
And did you have a gun, a handgun in the car?
Yes.
And did you have a CPL license that would allow you to carry it in the car that way?
No.
People are satisfied, Your Honor.
Court's well satisfied the plea was freely and voluntarily made. We will return on October 25th at 11 a.m. for sentencing. Sir, you need to call probation at 313-456-4600. Again, 313-456-4600. At this time, please give your phone number to the clerk of the Third Circuit.
Okay, can you say that one more time? You said 456 what?
4600.
All right. My number is 313-208-0932.
All right. Let's see. All right. Phone number. Okay, that's all. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Judge.
Yeah.
This is clerk. Was this a waiver for attempt or just a regular waiver?
He pled to HIDA.
HIDA, okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
What sentence date did you give, Your Honor? I'm sorry.
October 25th at 11 a.m.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And Mr. Moses, you can disconnect now. And everybody
All right,
have a lovely day. Please be safe.
You also. Where are we? Miss Henry, is she still there?
Your Honor, on Miss Henry's case,
Yes.
on Miss Henry's case, If I could have just a minute to get an answer from the gun board on her documentation.
Okay.
I just
Yes.
found in my mailbox.
Okay.
Is that okay? Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Should I do that now or do
Yes.
some other? Okay.
Well, no, hold on. Let's give it one more. Manugian, who do you have?
Morning, Your Honor. I have Diamond Houston. And I did want to ask Mr. Najer if this was going to be a case that was already set for diversion.
No, the offer is attempt CCW on that, Judge. We have no proof on that.
Okay, Your Honor, I have
Well, let's call the case. Hold on one second. Call Diamond Houston.
Okay. Calling case number 21-58871, People versus Diamond, Quinn, Geron, Houston. Defendant is charged with 1 count, carrying a concealed weapon, commission of a felony with a motor vehicle advisor. Defendant is scheduled today for a probable cause conference.
Cal Nager for the people, Your Honor.
Good morning, Your Honor. Max Manugian, P76341, appearing on behalf of Diamond Houston.
All right, Mr. Houston, state your name.
Demond Quinn, Gerard, Houston.
All right. Mr. Prosecutor?
Your Honor, the offer is attempt CCW on this case. There is no additional proofs regarding the gun at this point. I don't know if that exists or not.
I am in possession of both the registration of the gun. It is legal. It is registered to Mr. Houston's name. Mr. Najer, if I send that over to you right now and we pass on this matter, could we potentially get this taken care of today with diversion? I also have verification of his employment.
Judge, it's the first time up, so if all that documentation is available, I could get it to the gun board, but I don't know if you want to do it today or get a new date.
We're not. I mean, we got a full docket. I can't have him taking individual cases to the gun board. So
no problem.
We got to follow the process. So
could we adjourn today's hearing?
Well, yeah, absolutely. So please get all of that to Mr. Najer. We'll come back October 25th at 10 a.m. We'll have, we definitely will have a resolution by then. So get your stuff to the gun board and CC it to Mr. Najer so it could get expedited, and then we'll take it from there.
Thank you, Judge. Mr. Najer, could you put your email address in the chat? Thank you.
Who's the lawyer for Mr. Johnson?
Joseph Dillard? He was on.
He's not. He's not being able to connect to audio, his video. So take Mr. Dillard out, let him log back in.
Okay.
Mr. Johnson, your lawyer's having a problem connecting. So as soon as he connects, we'll call your case.
Okay.
His name is in the square, but it's not popping up. Okay. All right. So we're good on Houston.
Yes.
Mr. Najer, make your run for Ms. Henry so we can come back quickly.
It'll be just 2 minutes, Judge.
You're fine.
Melanie, can you hear me?
Say that again.
Cal, what's up?
I lost my screen, for some reason. I don't know. I was trying to maximize it. I was on minimum, and
Let's see.
is there a button?
Yeah, I don't see your camera anymore. Do you see a little button that says view in the upper right corner?
Oh, it's all like,
I'm sorry, it's what?
Mr. Houston, you're free to go. We're coming back on October 25th at 10 a.m. for your case.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. All right, Cal, we'll fix you up in a little while. There you go. There you are, sir. All right, Cal, you got Manugian, you have any other cases?
No, Your Honor, I'm sorry. I just wanted to stay in the room, so I still had access to Mr. Nager's email address.
Oh, okay.
I thought I put it in the chat, Max.
You did. I lose it. I'm working on the whole thing, getting all the attachments together, and I lose that when they take me out of the.
Okay, I'm sorry about that, Max. You're good. You're good.
No problem.
You can hang out with us, man. You can hang out. You all good. All right. Do you have an answer for Miss Henry?
Judge, I just, I handed the file to someone at the gun board, Mr. Anderson, and it'll get to me, but
okay.
I need a few minutes.
Okay. Let's handle another case then while we're waiting on that.
Okay, Judge.
Mr. Land, who do you have?
I have Terrance Black, Your Honor. I'd like to waive his presence.
All right, Terrance Black.
Okay. Calling case number 2157936, People versus Terrance Lavelle Black. Defendant is charged with 1 count, carrying a concealed weapon. Defendant is scheduled today for a probable cause conference.
Cal Nager on behalf of the people, Your Honor.
Good morning, Your Honor. Ivan Land, P65879, appearing on behalf of Terrance Black, Your Honor. I would like to waive his appearance. And I don't know.
Appearance will be waived.
Yes. Well, I don't know if the court are scheduling these matters for exams, but my client is a perfect candidate for a diversion, Your Honor. He has a first criminal contact. He has the letters and things. So I don't know if the court wants to schedule for a PCC or examination.
That will be set for another PCC.
Okay.
That'll be adjourned to October 25th at 10 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
You and your staff stay safe, Your Honor.
All right, you too,
Thank
sir.
you, Your Honor.
Take care, Mr. Prosecutor Major.
Thank you, Miss Ivan.
Let's see. Lincoln, who do you have?
I have Mr. Fernando Ross Jr.
He is attempting to log in now. Please call Mr. Okay, Felicia Richardson. Is that a
That's
case?
Miss Henry's case.
That's Miss Henry's case. Okay, never mind. Okay, call Fernando Ross, please.
Calling case number 2158812, People versus Fernando Martez Ross. Defendant is charged with 1 count, carrying a concealed weapon, commission of a felony with a motor vehicle visor. Defendant is scheduled today for a probable cause conference.
Cal Major on behalf of the people.
Mark Lakin on behalf of Mr. Ross.
All right, Mr. Prosecutor. Oh, Mr. Ross, state your name for the record.
Fernando Ross Jr.
Okay. Mr. Nazier.
Thank you, Judge. Mr. Ross is 19 years old. He's HIDA eligible by the court.
Counsel, how do you wish to proceed?
We intend to take advantage of that right now if we could.
All right. You can question your client as to the voluntariness of the waiver of the exam, and then we can take the plea right now.
Okay, I'll do that. Mr. Ross, do you hear me okay?
Yes.
Do you remember we discussed the Holmes Youthful Training Act as an option?
Yeah.
Okay, it's a program that if you complete some terms, you'll end up without a criminal record, without a felony record. Is that acceptable to you?
May I hear the term? Or may we just?
Okay, I'm gonna put you guys in the breakout room. You guys can discuss this matter. Melanie, please place Mr. Lincoln and Orlando in the breakout room.
Mark, that would be 1 year probation with conditions.
Join the breakout room.
Sentence agreement.
Join the, yeah, there you go. All right. Who did Gonick, are you ready? All right. Who's Murray? Let's name it. Okay. Attorney Gonick, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Call Murray, please.
Murray. Calling case number 2160318, People versus Zalika Zakaya Murray. Defendant is charged with 1 count, carrying a concealed weapon. Defendant is scheduled today for a probable cause conference.
Good morning, Your Honor. Cal Major for the people.
Brian Gagnick, Neighborhood Defender Services, P64220.
Zalika Murray is having connectivity issues at this time. But they're in the Zoom room.
I'm in communication with her. I have been all morning and throughout since I've met her. May I waive her presence?
Yes, Mr. Nazier, where are we right now?
Thank you, Judge. We are at its initial date today, and it's attempt CCW as the offer.
All right.
Understood. I will submit a gun board letter, Your Honor. I will do it timely.
Thank you. October 25th, 10 a.m.
Thank you.
Thank you. Melanie, you can take Miss Murray out of the courtroom. All right. Carlissimo, who do you have?
Good morning, Your Honor. I have Jamil Bragg. He should be in the waiting room, Judge.
Call Bragg.
He's in the courtroom.
Call Bragg.
Calling case number 2158105, People versus Jamil Idris Bragg. Defendant is charged with 1 count, carrying a concealed weapon, commission of a felony with the motor vehicle visor. Defendant is scheduled today for a probable cause conference.
Cal Major for the people, Your Honor.
Good morning, Your Honor and staff. Anthony Carlosimo. My P number is 25352. I'm court appointed to represent Mr. Bragg. He is present. Mr. Bragg, please tell the judge your name.
Jamil Bragg.
Your Honor, we're here for a PCC. As you've noted, I have submitted a gun board letter, Your Honor. I have not received a response. I don't know if Mr. Nager can enlighten us on anything. If I'd like to give the board more time to consider my letter and offer something my client might accept.
Mr. Nager?
Judge, this file has not come back to me from the gun board. It's the only file of the entire docket that I could not locate prior to today. I know that the original offer was a temp CCW. I don't know that there's a better offer at this point. I apologize to the court judge. That file is missing.
Okay, Mr. Carlosimo, how's your schedule, Mr. Bragg, for September? Let's see. For next Wednesday, September 8th.
That's fine.
Your Honor, I have 2 live exams in the morning. I'm trying to resolve.
Okay, okay, what about the 13th?
The 13th, Monday, Judge? Yes, that's great.
All right, we'll come back September 13th at 11 a.m.
And Mr. Nager, if I can get you a copy of that gun board letter, I'll try.
Yeah, that would be good.
All right, we'll come back on that date, September 13th at 11 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. All right.
I don't see anything.
I think we're back ready on Mr. Ross.
Okay. All right, back on the, is he still there? Fernando, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Back on the record, Fernando Ross. Counsel, how are we proceeding?
I just wanted to pose a question, Mr. Nager, whether he thinks the diversion is better than the hideout for somebody this age.
If he's HIDA eligible and he's 19 years old, they will not approve him for diversion. It's HIDA.
Okay. All right. We're ready to proceed. I can take him through his rights, Your Honor.
Go.
Okay. Mr. Ross, I've explained to you your rights and what you're pleading to today.
Yes, yes, sir.
And you know you're presumed innocent. You have the right to go to trial on this matter. Is that correct?
Yes.
And if you go to trial, you have certain rights to go to trial, correct?
Yes.
But mainly they're to that you're presumed innocent. You could have a trial, and you have the right to call all these witnesses and have your day in court. You want to give up those rights, and do you want to plead guilty with the judge agreeing to take the matter under the Home Youthful Trainee Act?
Yes.
Okay, and I think that should do it for the rights. Is everybody satisfied with that?
Or did anyone force you to waive this examination? Did anyone force or promise you anything to waive the examination?
No.
Mr. Ross, they're asking you.
The court is not satisfied the waiver was freely and voluntarily executed. Therefore, the defendant will be bound over to the Wayne County Circuit Court for further proceedings. We'll go to an immediate arraignment on the information. Does your client waive the formal reading and stand mute?
I'm sorry. Did you say you're not satisfied or you are satisfied?
I said I am satisfied. Therefore,
Okay,
the defendant is bound over to the Wayne County Circuit Court for further proceedings. We'll go to an immediate arraignment on the information. Does your client waive the formal reading and stand mute?
Yes.
Okay.
Mr. Ross waives formal reading. He stands mute.
Okay. Factual basis.
Factual basis, Mr. Ross. Can I have a date?
Nager's going to do it. The prosecutor will go through it.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Ross, on the date of 6/12, June the 12th, 2021, in the area of McGraw and Junction Street, City of Detroit, Wayne County, were you in a motor vehicle that day?
Yes.
And did you have a gun in the car?
Yes.
And did you have a CPL license that would allow you to have a gun in the car like that?
No.
People are satisfied.
Defense is satisfied.
Court is well satisfied. The plea was freely and voluntarily made. We will return for sentencing on October 25th at 11 a.m. Mr. Ross, you need to call probation at 313.
Oh, Mr. Ross, do you have a pen? Gonna have to write this number down. You're gonna have to call probation.
456 4600. Again, that's 313 456 4600. Mr. Ross, please give your number to the clerk of the Third Circuit.
313-704-7373.
And write down also that date to return, Mr. Ross.
October 25th.
5th, yeah.
At 11 a.m. All right, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Ross.
All right, Mr. Dillard, are you ready? Dillard, are you ready?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, call Mr. Johnson, please.
Calling case number 2160322, People versus James Johnson. Defendant is charged with 1 count, carrying a concealed weapon, commission of a felony with the motor vehicle advisor. Defendant is scheduled today for a probable cause conference.
Cal Major for the people, Your Honor.
Mr. Dillard?
Yes, Your Honor. For the record, Joseph Dillard, P37225, on behalf of Mr. Johnson. Mr. Johnson, state your name for the record.
Monel Johnson.
Your Honor, we consent, and my client consents to this matter proceeding on Zoom.
All right, Mr. Prosecutor?
Your Honor, Mr. Johnson has been approved for diversion.
Mr. Dillard?
Thank you, Mr. Prosecutor. Your Honor, with respect to this matter, my client wishes to accept the diversion.
Okay, you may question your client as to the voluntariness of the waiver of the exam.
Okay, Mr. Johnson, with respect to today, this would also be a probable cause conference. You have a right to an attorney if you cannot afford one. One would be court appointed. I am court appointed. With respect to today, if you wish to have a preliminary examination, which you do have a right to have, you would be there would be witnesses to come in to testify against you. And with respect to that, the court has to find probable cause to believe that the crime charged carrying a concealed weapon was committed, and probable cause to believe that you committed that crime. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Understanding that, do you wish to waive your right to a preliminary examination hearing?
You said, do I wish to waive it?
Yes. In other words, you want to proceed on with diversion and not hold the preliminary examination. Is that correct?
Yes.
Court finds that the waiver was freely and voluntarily executed. Therefore, the defendant will be bound over to the Wayne County Circuit Court for further proceedings. We will have an immediate arraignment on the information. Does your client waive the formal reading and stand mute?
Yes, Your Honor, he stands mute, waives formal reading.
Okay, we'll come back for diversion to put that on the record on October 6th at 11 a.m.
And that's 2022, Your Honor?
We say? No, we have, no, that's next month. We have to come back to put the
okay
on the record, and then we'll come back in 2022.
Okay.
So you have to.
And that's going to be at 11 o'clock?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you, Cal.
All right, Mr. Johnson, we'll see you October 6th.
All right, thank you. Have a blessing.
Give me a call, Mr. Johnson.
Okay. I'm all good to go.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Let's see.
I would,
Miss Fomar?
yes, good morning, Your Honor. I'm
Morning.
sorry.
No, you're good. You have Mays, correct? No, you have Mac, right?
Yes.
All right, call Mac, please.
I'm sorry, Madam Clerk. You just called my case.
Calling case number 21-58131, People versus Juwan Mack. Defendant is charged of 1 count, carrying a concealed weapon. Defendant is scheduled today for a probable cause conference.
All right.
Cal Major for the people, Your Honor.
Your Honor, it pleases Honorable Court, Allison Fomar P60236, appearing on behalf of Juwan Mack, who is present.
Yeah, he is. Oh, there he is. All right, Mr. Mack, state your name for the record.
Juwan Mack.
All right.
Your Honor, my client consents to this hearing by Zoom. Respectfully, Your Honor, ask the court to give us one final pretrial date. Mr. Mack, I'm doing a gun board letter. My client has no prior record. He's certainly HIDA eligible. Or actually, well, yeah. Are there any? There is no offers. I have to do this letter. So, Your Honor, if the court could, I just received the information that I needed on yesterday from my client. And if the court would just give us an adjourned date, I would be ever so grateful, Your Honor.
Oh, Miss Fomar. Anything, Mr. Nazier?
Nothing other than the original offer was attempt CCW, Your Honor. He's 23 years old.
We'll adjourn the matter for a gun board letter to October 25th at 10 a.m. Ms. Fulmer, please get that gun board letter as soon as possible so we
Your Honor, I will, and I don't want to shift things here, but I will take responsibility. I do apologize. That was the last thing I wanted to do is come in here for a second time and ask for another adjournment. You understand, Mr. Mack? So we're on the right road now, Your Honor, and thank you for that date. I greatly appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All right. All right. I'll leave it at that. Good luck.
Thank you so very much.
All right. We'll see you October 25th, Mr. Mack. We'll see you guys then.
Thank you, Judge.
No problem.
Thank you, Allison.
Thank you,
Miss Elijah. You have Mays.
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
It looks like he is having trouble connecting. The audio is still, but call Mays, please.
Okay. Calling case number 21-57501, People versus Maurice Money Mays III. Defendant is charged with 1 count, carrying a concealed weapon, commission of a felony with the motor vehicle advisor. Defendant is scheduled today for a probable cause conference.
Cal Major for the people, Your Honor.
And Emily Elijah on behalf of Mr. Mays, P85039. I'd waive his presence if he's having trouble connecting to audio. We do have good communication.
I think he's finally, Mr. Money Mays, can you hear us?
Yes,
Okay, state your full name for the record.
Maurice Money Mays III.
All right, Mr. Nazier, how are we proceeding? Money Mays.
Mr. Maurice Mays is part of 2 defendant case. Mr. Reynolds was defendant number 2. There's an attempt offer for Mr. Mays.
Okay. Miss Elijah.
And Your Honor, I did submit a gun board letter. I received a no response from that. Mr. Mays and I are discussing whether we should submit another gun board letter with supplemental information. But so at this point, I would be happy to adjourn for PCC, or if the court would rather us just set it for an exam, I'm happy to do that as well.
Miss Elijah, you're scaring me over there. I thought you just hit something. Okay. Just either pull over or turn your screen off. I need you to kind of focus over there. There you go. All right. Mr. Nazier, as to a supplemental gun board letter.
I don't know if that was, if anything was, looks like some paperwork was submitted along with the letter, and the answer was no. So I don't know if there's something better that Miss Elijah has in her
Miss Elijah, what I'm not
arsenal.
trying to, yeah. What would the what would the supplemental information be?
It would be like supplemental information to the ownership of the pistol in question and how it was purchased. So at this point, let's just set it for an exam. The gun board will respond even if it's set for an exam, I think. So
yeah, okay. Yeah. Who's our, I need an exam date, Mr. Clerk.
We have an exam date on the co-defendant, Judge.
It'll be the same day and time as the co-defendant, September 29th at 10 o'clock in front of Judge Jones, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, do you have anything else, Ms. Elijah?
No, Your Honor, that's it.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Money Mays, you may leave the courtroom. You can log off.
Thank you.
All right, Miss Anderson, who do you have?
Judge, I have Patrick.
I'm sorry, you broke up. You have who?
Diante Patrick.
It broke up again.
Diante Patrick.
Patrick. Okay.
Yes. Sorry. I had two Zooms going at once. I think it was interfering with each other.
All right, call Patrick, please.
Hello.
Calling case number 21-58050, People versus Diante Patrick. Defendant is charged with 1 count, carrying a concealed weapon. Defendant is scheduled today for a probable cause conference.
No, Major, on behalf of the people, Your Honor.
Good morning, Your Honor. Neighborhood Defender Service by Lauren Anderson, P85191 on behalf of Mr. Patrick.
Okay. Mr. Patrick, state your name for the record.
Diante Patrick.
Mr. Prosecutor.
The offer is attempt CCW, Judge.
And Your Honor, we hadn't submitted a gun board letter in this case. I think that the number that we had for Mr. Patrick may be out of service. We've been trying to get in touch with him and haven't been able to. If Your Honor would be willing to set it for one more PCC, and Mr. Patrick, if I could get a better contact information for you, then I think we might be able to resolve it.
Mr. Patrick, give your lawyer a working number now, please.
313-629-1622.
One more time.
313-629-1622.
Thank you, Judge.
October 27th, 10 a.m.
Thank you very much.
27, yes, 10 a.m.
Thank you, Mr. Patrick. I'm going to give you a call, okay?
Okay, so.
Do you have any other ones, Miss Anderson?
Not today, Judge.
Okay, Mr. Patrick, sorry, were you saying something?
So that's my next court date or something?
Your next court date is October 27 at 10 a.m. Your lawyer is going to ask you for some documentation. You need to get it to her immediately so she can write the gun board letter, to see if there can be a different resolution.
What type of documentation will I need?
I'm going to talk to you about it.
I'm just saying, whatever she asks for, get it to her as soon as you can.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much, Judge.
Let's see, Mr. Anderson, who do you have? And Mr. Patrick, you can log off.
Justin Whitehead.
Who do you have? You said Whitehead?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, call Whitehead, please.
I'm here.
Calling case number 21-58101, People versus Justin Ricardo Whitehead, defendant in charge of 1 count, carrying a concealed weapon, commission of a felony with a motor vehicle advisor. Defendant is scheduled today for a probable cause conference.
Good morning, Your Honor. Cal Major on behalf of the people.
Good morning, James Anderson on behalf of Mr. Whitehead. Mr. Whitehead, state your name.
Justin Whitehead.
Your Honor, this matter was adjourned until today. I spoke with Mr. Whitehead. All things considered, we want to waive our right to have a preliminary examination today, understanding that this matter will be bound over for further proceedings. We're going to investigate Haida.
Judge, we are consenting to Haida.
Anderson?
I will have to go to another breakout room briefly with Mr. Whitehead.
Okay.
Well, Judge, let's do this. Let's waive our exam. There are some extenuating circumstances. Mr. Whitehead's vehicle was impounded and taken away from him, and it had a lot of his identification, firearm, and other documentation relating to his application for CPL. And I think it's probably best to be dealt with at the circuit level. That's why we'd like to waive our exam.
Sure. Okay. Question your client as to voluntariness.
Mr. Whitehead, you understand today's the date that we have to decide whether or not you want to have a preliminary examination, and you've decided that you want to waive your right to have this preliminary examination?
Yes.
Nobody's forced you into doing that, are they?
No.
And you're doing this freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
And you know, if you decided that you wanted to have this hearing, they'd have to show, the police would have to show probable cause to believe you committed the offense that you're charged with, and that it happened in the city of Detroit. And notwithstanding what they had to prove, is it still your desire to waive your preliminary examination hearing?
Can you like re-explain that?
Okay, if you have to have the hearing, all they would have to show is there's probable cause to believe you committed the offense that you're charged with, and that it happened in the city of Detroit. That's the only thing that would happen. When you waive today, that means that you want to bypass that because you agreed that there's enough information at least to charge you with that offense, understanding that you're going to be, the matter is going to be sent over to the circuit court for further proceedings. You understand that?
Okay, yeah, I understand that.
Okay, and you agreed that you want to waive or bypass this hearing to go to the next stage?
Yes.
I have no further questions.
The court finds that the waiver was freely and voluntarily executed. Therefore, the defendant will be bound over to the Wayne County Circuit Court for further proceedings. The arraignment of the information will be September 15th.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you,
Your Honor.
I got a question.
Yes.
So my car was impounded, as he said.
That's what you guys speak with your attorney.
I'll talk with you about that, Mr. Whitehead.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
You can sign off now, Mr. Whitehead.
Thank you, Mr. Anderson.
Thank you.
Cal, let me know when you're ready on Miss Henry's case. I'm gonna keep calling cases till you tell me you're ready for it.
Okay, they should bring that file right to me, but at some point, if there's a break, I can try to go get it.
Okay, Mr. Jadala, who do you have?
Judge, we're ready on Montez Watson.
Okay, call Watson, please.
Calling case number 21-58008, People versus Montez Watson. Defendant is charged of 1 count, carrying a concealed weapon. Defendant is scheduled today for a probable cause conference.
Cal Major for the people, Your Honor.
And Your Honor, respectfully, Sam Jadala, P62186, appearing on behalf of Mr. Watson, with no objection to these proceedings taking place on Zoom, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Watson, state your name for the record.
It's Montez Watson.
All right. Mr. Prosecutor?
Your Honor, Mr. Watson has been approved for diversion.
Counsel?
And Your Honor, at this time, I've discussed it with Mr. Watson that he's been approved for diversion. So at this time, he's going to waive his preliminary exam. He understands that he has a right to a preliminary exam where the prosecutor must show that there's probable cause a crime was committed and probable cause he committed the crime. He will be waiving that and will be asking that this matter be bound over to circuit court where we can accept the diversion.
All right. Question your client as to waiver of the exam.
Mr. Watson, you understand that you have a right to a preliminary exam, correct?
Yes.
And you were going to waive that preliminary exam because you'd like to avail yourself to the offer of diversion at circuit court. Is that correct?
Yes.
Did anyone force you to waive the exam?
No.
Court finds that the waiver was freely and voluntarily executed. Therefore, the defendant will be bound over to the Wayne County Circuit Court for further proceedings. The arraignment on the information will happen immediately. Does your client waive the formal reading and stand mute?
He does, Judge.
We will come back for diversion on October 6th at 11 a.m.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Your Honor.
All right.
Thank you,
may
Sam.
log off, sir. Pippins.
Your Honor, John Goldpaw, P 30758 on behalf of Mr. Pippins.
No. We haven't called the case yet.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I was just telling the clerk to call it.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Calling case number 2158103, People versus William Andrew Pippins. Defendant is charged with 1 count, carrying a concealed weapon. Defendant is scheduled today for a probable cause conference.
Your Honor, John Goldpaw, P 3758 on behalf of Mr. Pippins.
Cal Nazier for the people, Your Honor.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I apologize to Mr. Nazier as well. Mr. Pippins, would you please put your name on the record?
William Pippins.
Thank you. Your Honor, we are here for a PCC. We would waive his his right to be present and would proceed according to Zoom.
Okay. Mr. Nazier.
Your Honor, the offer is attempt CCW. I can include a sentence agreement if counsel is interested in that.
Yes, I am. And then I would like an opportunity to go into a breakout room with Mr. Pippins if available. We have discussed this possibility. Could we have a?
Yes.
Judge, for Mr. Goldpaw's information, I will include a sentence agreement of 1 year probation, forfeit the gun, and any other conditions by the honorable court.
Thank you, Your Honor. At this time, I would like the opportunity to have an opportunity to speak to Mr. Pippins regarding this matter.
Okay.
Thank you. Mr. Pippins, we're going to join a breakout room and we'll discuss this case. Thank you, Your Honor.
Chief, just FYI, we have no further attorneys in the waiting room, but Keith Brooks and Dominique Kellum are still waiting from 8:30.
All right. Mr. Clerk, can you try to find Greenwood and Showman? No,
Yes,
you said Kellum and Brooks.
Kellum
Right?
and Brooks. Yep. So Shulman and Greenwood.
Yes.
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Judge, I can use this opportunity to see if we have an answer from Ms. Henry.
That would be great.
Thank you. Kathy? Can you hear me?
Hello?
Kathy, can you hear me?
I can, yep,
Can you see me?
I can.
Is it nice to see me?
Yeah.
Let's not get carried away, Cal.
You must have, hold on, you must have some good news, Cal. You're coming back with good news, aren't you?
Well, Judge, I must admit, Miss Henry is one of my all-time favorites. We went to law school together.
We did.
But she was only, Judge, but she was only 12 at the time.
I was about to say,
right.
she was on, you know, she was doing
Child prodigy.
She's not as old as me.
Child prodigy.
Yeah.
Diversion from Miss Henry.
Yeah, I had that feeling. Okay, back on call Richardson, please, and we're gonna get back on Pittman in a second. Call Richardson.
Calling case number 21-57589, People versus Felicia Richardson. Defendant is charged of 1 count, carrying a concealed weapon. Defendant is scheduled today for a probable cause.
Good morning, Your Honor. Cal Nager on behalf of the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. Kathy Henry appearing on behalf of Felicia Richardson, who's present on Zoom and consents to having this matter heard on Zoom.
Hey, Ms. Richardson. All right, state your name.
Felicia Richardson.
All right, you have been approved for diversion. Is that what you wish to take, ma'am?
Yes.
Okay, Ms. Henry, question her as to the waiver.
Yes, Ms. Richardson, today is the date and time for your preliminary examination. This is your probable cause hearing. You have a right to the hearing. Do you wish to waive that right to a preliminary hearing?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, Your Honor, I've advised Ms. Richardson.
Did anyone force you to waive the exam?
No.
Okay.
Your Honor, I've had an opportunity to discuss this matter with Ms. Richardson. After so discussing, she indicates she wishes to waive her rights to preliminary examination, have this matter bound over to circuit court.
Court finds that the waiver was freely and voluntarily executed. Therefore, the defendant will be bound over to the Wayne County Circuit Court for further proceedings. We will go to an immediate arraignment on the information. Does your client waive the formal reading and stand mute?
Yes, she does.
All right, we'll come back October 6th at 11 a.m. for a diversion.
Okay, that's for sentencing this year?
Well, it's not a sentencing, it's putting on the record the diversion terms.
Okay, that's this year, October 6, 2011,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Okay, 2021. Okay. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
Bye, Cal. Good seeing you.
Bye, Kathy.
I was hoping she didn't wait that long, Callie. You come back with bad news. That was
That
would not have been good. You're right, Judge.
Bye-bye.
All right, back on the record of Mr. Pippins. Have you had a chance to confer with your client?
Yes, I have, Your Honor. I have discussed this with Mr. Pippins. I've explained all of his rights to him. He wishes to avail himself of this opportunity to enter into this plea agreement of attempt CCW with a sentence agreement of 1 year probation and other forfeit the weapon and other terms and conditions set by the court.
All right.
Is that correct, Mr. Pippin?
Yes, sir.
All right. Question as to the waiver. Sir, do you understand that in order to take advantage of the plea, you have to first waive your right to a preliminary examination?
Yes, sir.
Are you willing to waive that exam freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
Court finds the waiver is freely and voluntarily executed. Therefore, the defendant will be bound over to the Wayne County Circuit Court for further proceedings. We'll go to an immediate arraignment on the information. Does your client waive the formal reading and stand mute?
Yes, he does, Your Honor.
Okay, factual basis.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. Mr. Pippins, on May the 18th, 2021, in the area of Flanders Street in the city of Detroit in Wayne County. On that date and in that area, did you have a handgun on your person?
Yes, sir.
And was it inside your waistband or covered or concealed in some fashion?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And did you have a CPL license that would allow you to carry it that way?
No, sir.
Sorry?
No, sir.
Your Honor, the people are satisfied.
Court is well satisfied.
Defense is satisfied, Your Honor.
Court is well satisfied. The plea was freely and voluntarily made. We will come back for sentencing on October 27. October 27 at 11 a.m. Sir?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Sir, you are to call probation at 313-456-4600.
Did you write that down, Mr. Pippins?
4600. Yes, sir, I did.
456-4600.
313-456-4600. I have it.
Yes, call tomorrow. And now, Mr. Pippins, we need you to give your phone number to the clerk of Third Circuit.
No problem.
All right, go.
313-427-5605.
Okay. Thank you very much. We'll see you October 27th.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Pippins, I'll be in touch with you. Make sure you make that phone call. Thank you, Mr. Major.
Thank you, John.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, Your Honor.
Yes.
This is Axel.
Mr. Pippins, you can leave now.
Okay, thank you.
We have a small issue. I need to come over to your office real fast. I need like 2 minutes of your time.
Okay.
I'm on my way now.
Maya.
Yes, Judge.
Mr. Dillard's case for Johnson that we did, and we did a diversion. What was the name of the defendants? What was the first name that you have on that case?
James Johnson. Let me double check. Hold on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, no, we have okay. All right. That was supposed to be Monell Johnson. Okay. Okay. I'm not sure how do we correct this? Because James Johnson isn't even here, right?
That's how I found out what the problem was. James Johnson called and said he was still in the waiting room for 2 hours. That's how I figured out that he was wrong.
Okay. All right. Well, we need to figure out. Call one of the supervisors and figure out how to fix that. We'll just keep going with the docket for now.
So I talked to Mr. Dillard. He said if need be, him and his client can log back on.
Well, have him log back on.
Okay, because he said Monell Johnson was the one that was on the record and agreed to.
Yeah, I mean, so just have him back. That's all we need to do. Okay. Yeah.
They're in the waiting room, so bringing them in.
Mr. Clerk?
Yes, sir, I'm here, Your Honor.
Call the Monell Jones case. Johnson.
Okay. Calling case number 2158126, People versus Monell Harmon Johnson. Defendant is charged with 1 count, carrying a concealed weapon. Defendant is scheduled today for a probable cause conference.
Major for the people, Judge.
Okay.
Joseph Dillard, P37225. Mr. Johnson, state your name and state it clearly.
Monell Johnson.
And Mr. Johnson, you consent to this hearing being on Zoom without the need of you being present at the courtroom? physically?
Yes.
Okay. We were previously here about 15 minutes ago. The wrong case was called. The case was called for James Johnson, but everything that was put on the record was Mr. Monell Johnson. And Mr. Monell Johnson, you are clear that you waived your right to a preliminary examination and you agreed to be part of the diversion program?
Yes.
Okay, and you agreed to come back on October 6th for the diversion program to be put on the record?
Yes.
Okay. You satisfied, Mr. Dillard?
I'm satisfied, John, and thank you.
Okay, thank you, guys.
Have a
Thank
good
you.
day.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
Yep, you can log off now. Sorry about that. All right, call. Is the attorney for James Johnson here?
Neither of them are.
Well, they said the clerk said that he called and said he's been in the waiting room all the whole time.
We haven't, unless he's in the wrong courtroom. There's
Yeah.
not even anyone I can't identify. They're all correct names.
Okay. All right. Let's. Mr. Davis, are you ready on Montgomery?
Can we pass for 1 second, Judge? I'm
All right.
doing another hearing.
That's fine. Do we have
Okay,
anything
thanks.
else ready,
I'll
Melanie?
let you know as soon as I'm ready.
Not as of right now.
Okay. All right. We'll take a 5-minute break until Mr. Davis is ready.
Okay.
Well,
Okay, Judge, I'm ready whenever the court is.
Maya, are you still there?
Yes, I am, Judge.
Okay, Mr. Clerk, are you still there?
Yes, sir, I'm here, Your Honor.
Call Montgomery.
Calling case number 2157474, People versus Tyrone Juwan Montgomery. Defendant is charged with 1 count, carrying a concealed weapon. Defendant is a habitual offender. 3rd offense notice. Defendant is scheduled today for a conference.
Prosecutor.
Thank you, Judge.
This should-
Cal Major on behalf of the people.
I'm Reese Davis, P76203, appearing with Tyrone Montgomery, who's present appearing via Zoom. Mr. Montgomery, we state your name for the record.
Looks like he is now frozen. Mr. Montgomery, are you there?
My name is William Linares.
No, we're
No, not you, William.
All right.
Mr. Montgomery, can you hear us?
Start your audio.
He took the misdemeanor last time. This should be a sentencing.
This is a sense.
Okay.
Mr. Montgomery.
I'm sorry,
can you hear us? Montgomery, can you hear us? Can you call him or text him? There he is. There he goes.
Mr. Montgomery. Oh, it says connected. Okay.
Mr. Montgomery, can you hear us?
We can call my other case if the court wants. Mr. Linares. I'm texting.
Call, while we're waiting on Montgomery, call Linares.
Calling case number 2158133, People versus William Axel Linares. Defendant is charged with 1 count, carrying a concealed weapon. Defendant is scheduled today for a probable cause conference.
Good morning, Your Honor. Cal Nager on behalf of the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. Maurice Davis appearing with William Linares, who's present and appearing via Zoom. Will you state your name for the record, Mr. Linares?
William Linares.
Judge, I am requesting discovery in this matter. I know my client's 20 and eligible for HIDA, but I would like to review everything and before I make a determination how I want to proceed.
Judge, the defendant is 20 years old, HIDA eligible by the court. I sent discovery paper and video on July 28th to Mr. Davis.
We can set it for exam.
Exam date, please.
Okay. Give me 1 second, Your Honor. I have to call Judge Jefferson.
Okay.
Maurice, please check, see if that you received it so that we make sure you have it.
Okay, yeah.
Mr. Montgomery, can you hear us yet? Melanie, log Mr. Montgomery out so he can rejoin us.
Maurice, might things change if you once you look at that discovery as far as an exam date?
No, probably
No.
not.
Okay.
Mr. Montgomery, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, there we go. There we go. Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
Okay. Sir, back on the record of Tyrell Montgomery, state your name for the record.
My name is Keith Kwame Brooks.
No. Guys, listen. Back on the record of Tyrell Montgomery. Mr. Montgomery, state your name for the record. Unmute yourself, sir. You're on mute. Mr. Montgomery,
Tyrell Montgomery.
There you go. Mr. Munt, any argument before I impose sentence? Mr. Davis?
Yes, Judge. This was a situation. It was a registered firearm. He complied with what the officer requested. He wasn't in any type of trouble to law enforcement. He's 41. He's working full-time as a Boilermaker. This charge was reduced to a misdemeanor. I don't think it's necessary to waste judicial resources and sentence him to probation. Just ask for fines and costs and close the matter out.
Court.
The plea form calls for 1 year probation.
Yeah, court having heard the arguments of counsel, the defendant will be placed on probation for 12 months. He has to complete 20. Okay. Would your client prefer to do community service or pay fines?
I'll pay the fines.
Okay.
All right. He is to pay $300 in fines, $75 crimes victim fee, $35 a month oversight fee. Pay all outstanding traffic tickets in full. He is to participate in the handgun intervention program. He is to forfeit. The weapon to the agency. And you are to call probation tomorrow, sir. And that's the 36th District Court probation at 965-3414. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, good luck, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Mr. Clerk, you got a date yet on Linares?
I'm still on hold, Your Honor. I'm sorry.
No problem. All right, call Keith Kwame Brooks.
Okay.
Mr.
I have Kenny Witherow as well, Judge.
What you say?
Calling case number 21-58822, People versus Keith Kwame Brooks. Defendant is charged with 1 count, carrying a concealed weapon. Defendant is scheduled today for a probable cause conference.
L. Major on behalf of the people, Your Honor.
Mr. Greenwood. Attorney Greenwood
on behalf of the defendant.
All right, Mr. Brooks,
Yes,
state your full name.
my name is Keith Kwame Brooks.
Okay. All right, Mr. Prosecutor.
Your Honor, Mr. Brooks has been approved for diversion.
Mr. Greenwood.
I haven't spoken with my client. If we could have a 1-day adjournment, Your Honor, so I can speak with him.
We'll put you in a breakout. We'll put you in a breakout room now, and then let me know if you still need a further adjournment. Set up a breakout. Send them a breakout invitation, Melanie, please.
Okay, got it.
Your Honor,
Yes.
I have that exam date for Mr. Linares. It's September 23rd at 12:15 in front of Judge Jefferson.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank
And
you.
I have William Witherow as well. Kenny Witherow.
Kenny.
Yes, Kenny Witherow.
Okay. Is Witherow here, Melanie?
He's stuck on joining.
Okay. Give him a call, Mr. Davis. Help him out. Mr. Linares, you can, and Montgomery, you guys can log off. Call Hicks.
Yes, sir.
Good morning, Judge. Melita Baird on behalf of Dantes Hicks.
Calling case number 21-58190, People versus Dantes Deshaun Hicks. Defendant is charged with 1 count, carrying a concealed weapon. Defendant is scheduled today for a hearing.
Good morning, Your Honor. Cal Major on behalf of the people.
Good morning, Judge. Melita Baird on behalf of Dantes Hicks.
Okay. Mr. Hicks, state your name.
Dantes Deshaun Hicks.
All right. Mr. Hicks, do you still wish to be a part of the diversion program?
Yes, sir.
All right. It is ordered that Mr. Hicks is placed on diversion under the terms stated in the prosecutor's motion. The court will review this matter on September 1st, 2022. In the event diversion is revoked, the case will be reinstated, and Mr. Hicks will be required to appear before the court for a pretrial hearing. If the terms of the program are successfully completed, the case will be dismissed. Good luck, sir. We'll see you next year.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you, Judge. Have a good day.
And Your Honor, we're ready on Brooks.
Okay. What are we doing?
We're going to accept the people's offer.
Okay. Version. Okay. You can question your client as to the for the voluntariness of the waiver.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Mr. Brooks?
Yes.
You understand you have a right to have a hearing on this matter. It is our decision to waive that hearing and accept the people's offer for diversion. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Anyone force you to waive your preliminary examination?
Excuse me?
Did anyone force you to waive your preliminary examination?
No, so no, nobody did, but waiving my the examination, what does that mean exactly?
That means we're not gonna take testimony to when the police and prosecutor would have to prove that the felony offense of carrying a concealed weapon happened in the city of Detroit and that there's probable cause that you committed that offense. By waiving the offense, you'll be bound over to the circuit court and then you can accept the diversion offer.
Okay.
Is that what you wish to do?
Yes.
Court finds that the waiver was freely and voluntarily executed. Therefore, the defendant will be bound over to the Wayne County Circuit Court for further proceedings. We'll go to an immediate arraignment on the information. Does your client waive the formal reading and stand mute?
Yes, we waive formal reading, stand mute.
All right, we'll come back on October 6th at 11 a.m. to put the diversion on the record.
All righty.
All right.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you. Mr. Hicks, didn't we finish your case?
All right, Mr. Brooks, I'll be in touch.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I was just I was finna figure out how to hang up because my phone is acting crazy.
Okay, we'll help you out. Melanie, can you remove Mr. Hicks from the courtroom? There you go. Mr. Brooks?
Yes, I'm leaving the meeting now, sir.
Okay, we're gonna help you out too. There you go. Mr. Anderson, you ready?
I represent Mr. Moorhead if he's available, yes.
Mr. Moorhead, can you hear us?
Yes.
Start your video. Call Moorhead.
Calling case number 21-58374, People versus Alonzo Isaiah Moorhead. Defendant is charged with 1 count, carrying a concealed weapon. Defendant is scheduled today for a hearing.
Good morning, Your Honor. Cal Major on behalf of the people.
And Gary Anderson on behalf of Mr. Moorhead, P27210.
Moorhead, state your name.
Alonzo Moorhead.
Moorhead, you still wish to be a part of the diversion program?
Yes.
It is therefore ordered that Mr. Moorhead is placed on diversion under the terms stated in the prosecutor's motion. The court will review this matter on September 2nd, 2022. In the event diversion is revoked, the case will be reinstated, and Mr. Moorhead will be required to appear before the court for a pretrial hearing. If the terms of the program are successfully completed, the case will be dismissed. All right. Good luck, sir. We'll see you next year.
Thank you, Your Honor. Appreciate it. Your Honor, Mr. Nazier, everybody have a good day.
All right, you too.
You too, Mr. Anderson.
All right, Melanie, is Witherell back in yet?
He tried joining again, but has fallen off. I think he's having.
He said he's logged in under his daughter's phone as well. Let me see.
There you go. He just rejoined. This is daughter Trina.
Just bring it in, but we'll figure it out.
Reese, was there a letter on this case?
I don't know his daughter's name. What'd you say, Cal?
Was there a letter on this case? A gun
Yes.
board? Did you get an answer?
William Heafy submitted it. So it should be in the court file.
Trina's Galaxy. What?
I think I'm okay.
Morning. All right, Trina's Galaxy. What's your name?
Dominique Kellum.
No, okay, no. What? Okay, hello. And the baseball cap that you need to take off. What's your name? And start your audio. Trina's Galaxy. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Who said yes?
I think.
No. Okay. Kevon, Juwan, with Rose connecting to audio. Okay. Hold on. Let's see. Call Dominique Kellum. Well, hold on. Trina's Galaxy. Can you hear me? Trina's Galaxy.
You need to unmute.
Unmute yourself. Who's in the baseball cap in the car?
Michael Campbell.
It's not him.
Michael Campbell.
Michael Campbell.
Do we have a Michael Campbell?
I don't see one.
Mr. Clerk.
I'm looking it up right now, Your Honor.
Okay.
Judge, I think I'm here on Kellum.
Okay, 1 second.
Take your time.
Your Honor, what's Mr. Campbell's date of birth?
What's your date of birth, Campbell?
11/17/1993.
Mr. Campbell has a court date before you, Your Honor, on October 18th at 10 o'clock.
Okay,
Yes,
so
Mr. Campbell.
Yes.
October 18th. This is the same Zoom room, and make sure you're not wearing a hat that day. All right, we'll see you then, sir.
Okay, y'all have a good day.
You too. All right, Mr. Davis, call your client. His audio is still not connecting. While that's happening, call Dominique Kellum.
Calling case number 21-60316, People versus Dominique Latrice Kellum. Defendant is charged with 1 count, carrying a concealed weapon. Defendant is scheduled today for a probable cause conference.
Good morning, Your Honor. Cal Major on behalf of the people.
Mr. Kellum.
Good morning, Your Honor. Sanford Shulman appearing on behalf of Dominique Kellum, P43230. I note that Kellum is participating by way of video conferencing.
Oh, here we go.
And with his consent and permission.
State your name.
Dominique Latrice Kellum.
Okay. Mr. Nager.
Your Honor, Ms. Kellum has been approved for diversion.
Your Honor, the only thing I would note is that I actually never got the actual assignment of the case, and I did get discovery, so there was a little hiccup here. But I'm encouraged by Mr. Nager's representation that this person, that Ms. Kellum is eligible for diversion. So that would certainly be something I'm sure that she was going to want to avail herself of.
What are you looking for? What are you looking to do, Mr. Shulman? Do you want to adjourn the PCC?
Yes.
Do you want to go into a breakout? Okay.
Just 1 week. That way I can just make sure I get the paperwork. And if I can give Kellum my contact information, that way they call me right away. 313-963-4740. Ms. Kellum, can you write that down?
Yes. Hold on.
And what date you thinking?
November 15, 10 a.m.
Okay.
I'm sorry, September 15,
Okay.
10 a.m.
Very good. 10 a.m. And Mr. Kelly, you ready?
Can I get the phone number again?
313-963-4740. And we'll see you on the 15th, and hopefully we'll have the diversion papers ready to go and will be resolved.
So it's November 15th?
September 15th.
September 15.
September 15th. At what time?
10 a.m.
And do you have that? Do you have that phone number?
Yes, 313-963-4740.
Good. And we'll see everybody on the 15th.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Back on, did we call Withrow?
No, I never called it, John.
Okay, call it.
Calling case number 2157521, People versus Kenny Juwan Withrow. Defendant is charged with 2 counts, carrying a concealed weapon, commission of a felony with a motor vehicle advisor. Defendant is scheduled today for a probable cause conference.
L. Major for the people, Your Honor.
Reese Davis, P76203, appearing with Kenny Withrow, who's present and appearing via Zoom. Will you state your name for the record, Mr. Withrow?
Kenny Juwan Withrow.
All right.
Your Honor,
go ahead.
Your Honor, I received approval for diversion yesterday. I don't know if that's been placed in the file, but I received an email yesterday.
Mr. Clerk, do we have anything on Withrow?
Withrow? No, sir, Your Honor.
Al, you have
So, Judge, what came in from Mr. Heafy on Withrow is an attachment that shows the general terms of diversion, but I didn't get an actual, like, the order that we typically get. So I feel like maybe just Mr. Heafy forgot to attach the order. Did you get an order, Mr. Davis?
No, he just said the general terms. Yeah, it seemed like he forgot to attach it.
All right, so it says your client at this point waive his right to the exam, and we'll come back to put the diversion terms on.
Yes.
All right, and question your client.
Or Mr. Withrow, you understand you have a right to have a preliminary exam?
Yes.
At the preliminary exam, they would have to show probable cause that a crime was committed and probable cause that you committed that crime. You understand that?
Yes.
And at this time, you want to waive the preliminary exam and have this matter bound over to circuit court. Is that correct? Frozen.
Do you wish to have this matter bound over to circuit court for the diversion program, sir?
Hello?
Yes. Do you wish to have the matter bound over to the Wayne County Circuit Court to be part of the diversion program?
Yeah, I didn't even hear none of the.
Okay. All right. Maurice, question your client.
Okay, you wish to have this matter bound over to circuit court so that you can enter into the diversion program that you and I discussed. Is that correct?
Yes.
Anyone forcing you to take the offer?
No, ma'am.
Court finds that the waiver was freely and voluntarily executed. Therefore, the defendant will be bound over to the Wayne County Circuit Court for further proceedings. We'll go to an immediate arraignment on the information. Does your client waive the formal reading and stand mute?
Yes.
All right, we'll come back to put the diversion on the record September 15 at 11 a.m.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Maurice, I'm going to ask you to contact Mr. Heafy on this. He might have the order already, but contact him again.
Okay, I'll send him an email now.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, you guys can log anything. You have anything else?
No, I'm all set. Thanks.
Thanks.
Mr. Collins, who do you have?
I have Carlton Orr, Your Honor.
Is he okay? Call Carlton Orr.
Calling case number 2158425, People versus Carlton, James Orr. Defendant is charged with 1 count, carrying a concealed weapon, commission of a felony with the motor vehicle advisory. Defendant is scheduled today for a probable cause conference.
Cal Major for the people, Your Honor.
And good morning, Your Honor. Harold Collins, Speed 56805, on behalf of Mr. Carlton Orr, who is present by Zoom. State, sir.
Orr, state your name. Mr. Orr, state your name. Let's see. Start your audio. Unmute yourself and start your audio, Mr. Orr. Start your audio.
It's on.
Okay, there you go.
Okay, here we
State
are.
your name.
Carlton Orr.
Okay, Mr. Prosecutor.
Judge, Mr. Orr has been approved for diversion.
Mr. Collins.
Your Honor, we would accept that. I would speak to him briefly whenever the court allows.
You want to go in the breakout room?
Yes, Judge.
And you make sure you explain the waiver process to him. But
yes, Judge.
Melanie, please place them in the breakout room. Is Ms. Tieppo's client here?
No.
Call Fawcett.
Calling case number 2158824, People versus Darian Fawcett. Defendant is charged with 1 count, carrying a concealed weapon. Defendant is scheduled today for a probable cause conference.
Cal Major on behalf of the people, Your Honor.
Good morning, Rebecca Tieppo, P62311. On behalf of Darian Fawcett, I'm standing in for the attorney of record, Mr. Hugh Marshall. Your Honor, Attorney Marshall indicated to me that he was not provided with phone contact information for Mr. Fawcett. He's not had any contact. Therefore, I don't have any explanation as to Mr. Fawcett's whereabouts at this time.
Mr. Nader, do you have a phone number for the defendant in the file?
Checking as we speak, Judge. Mr. Darian Fawcett, Your Honor, I have a number 313-742-8316. That's what I have in the file. I can also provide an address if that would help, Judge.
Yes.
All right, Ms. Tieppo, it's 16940 Log Cabin Street, Detroit, Michigan, 48203.
I'm sorry, that was Log Cabin Street?
Yes, Log Cabin.
And what was the zip, please?
I think I said 48203.
Okay.
Find it now again.
Your Honor, would the court like to set another date so
Yes.
that?
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll adjourn the PCC to October 27 at 10 a.m. so that you can locate your client, get relevant information, write gun board, all that stuff. October 27th, 10 a.m.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Collins?
Yes, Judge, we're all set to proceed.
All right. You may question your client.
Your Honor, at this time, Mr. Orr, you understand that you would have in this matter an opportunity to hold a preliminary exam, and that right is guaranteed to you by statute?
Yes.
And you understand what that involves, and you have decided to waive that right to hold that preliminary exam in this matter. Is that correct?
Yes.
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Anyone force you to waive the exam?
No.
Court finds that the waiver was freely and voluntarily executed. Therefore, the defendant will be bound over to the Wayne County Circuit Court for further proceedings. We'll go to an immediate arraignment on the information. Does your client waive the formal reading and stand mute?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. We will return on September 29 to put his diversion on the record at 11 a.m.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge. And thank you, Mr. Collins.
Thank
All
you,
right.
Cal. I'll be in touch, Mr. Orr.
Thank you.
29th of September, 11 a.m.
Okay.
Mr. Lewis, who do you have?
Judge, I have Dimitri Echols, if I'm pronouncing his last name right.
Okay.
And I don't see him on the screen, Judge, and it's up for sentencing. And I had emailed him the PSI before our original sentencing date. I did not hear from him. He did not appear on the original sentencing date. And I believe someone was standing in your stead that day.
Okay. Call the Echols case.
Calling case number 2157915, People versus Dimitri Tyler Echols. Defendant is charged at 1 count, carrying a concealed weapon. Defendant was scheduled today for a sentencing.
Morning, Your Honor. Cal Major on behalf of the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. May it please this court, Anthony Lewis, 43876 on behalf of Mr. Echols. I do not know of his whereabouts. He has, as the court is aware, he did speak with probation, has completed the PSI, and I can't account for why he's not here. I would believe something has befallen the young man, and that's what's preventing him from appearing, Judge.
This is the second date of sentencing. Your client has failed to appear. The court will take into account the dangerousness of the offense and that this is a nonviolent offense, as well as the fact of his age and that the court cannot ascertain his ability to pay at this time. The court is going to set a capias in the amount of $5,000, 10%.
All right, Judge.
Judge, wait. No. Okay. Melon, you said he did log in?
He was here briefly right at 11 for a few minutes, but hasn't relogged back in.
Okay, I'm going to recall the capias, and Mr. Lewis, we're going to just have you hang out for a second to see if he reappears.
That's no problem, Judge. And if the court does not have another case pending, I would like to address the court on a case that should have come to your courtroom, but for some reason it did not.
Okay, let's wait 1 second. Melon, do we have anything else ready?
Shantia James is in the waiting room, but she's the only person left, no other attorney.
Great. Okay, continue, Mr. Lewis.
Judge, it is Jameer O'Neill. It is set for preliminary exam on the 15th in front of Judge Giles, but I just learned on Monday that that docket has been transferred to another judge. And I sent your prosecutor an email, but I guess it did not get to him. So I sent it again to see if we could get this case in front of you, because he turned 18 3 days before the incident. He has no prior record, and it involves it's a charge of CCW and resisting the police.
Well, that's the reason it did not.
Yeah, that would explain it, Judge.
If there's a second count, that's a felony. We only get cases where it's a CCW only and maybe a misdemeanor attached, like a driving offense. But because of the resisting and obstructing, it would go to that would be going to Judge Jefferson.
Okay.
Okay.
And is on the day that I was in front of her on Monday, I did not see the prosecutor that would be handling it because the case I had with her on Monday was a PAC case. And so I don't know who was handling it, but the prosecutor that was there on that day, he told me to email him, and I did that so he could get back with me so that we could have paperwork all prepared for a waiver on the 15th, but I haven't heard back from that particular prosecutor.
Well, I recommend you call Jefferson's courtroom and find out who her regular just courtroom prosecutor is, and then take it from there.
Okay. And Judge, I do have some cases that's coming in the months ahead. If to your courtroom, would you want to just keep them on that particular day, or if I'm able to get discovery and determine that it's going to be a plea, do you want me to do something to bring them in earlier or not?
Just wait for right now.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Lewis.
Yes.
Reach out to an assistant prosecutor named Matthew Stoloff. Just call and ask for him.
Matthew Stoloff. Okay. Okay, I will do that.
Mr. Lewis, if you have a number for Echols, this would be a great time to call him.
I tried the number, Judge, and I got no response.
Mr. Clerk.
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
Can you reach out to Attorney Chambers? And did James Johnson reappear?
He called the courtroom, Your Honor, and said he had to go to work. But I tried to contact his attorney. I sent her a text message and I left her a message. I haven't got a response yet. But Mr. Johnson he said he was in the waiting room for like 2 hours today.
Sorry, he may have been in the wrong courtroom.
You leave a phone number.
Yes, sir. I have his phone number.
Call the case.
Okay. Calling case number 21-60322, People versus James Johnson. Defendant is charged with 1 count, carrying a concealed weapon, commission of a felony with the motor vehicle license. Defendant is scheduled today for a probable cause conference.
Mr. Nager.
Cal Nager on behalf of the people, Your Honor.
Defendant contacted the courtroom. His attorney never appeared. The pretrial will be adjourned till September 15 at 8:30. Mr. Clerk, please call and leave a message to let him know the date and time of his, and make sure you have the correct information.
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. So Melanie, to be clear, we have no one, who do we have in the waiting room right now?
Antia James, and that's it.
Judge, that adjourned PCC that you just did was on James Johnson. Is that right? That we just did?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know who the attorney on it is. Is that Mr. Sanders? Do you have a
It's Ms. Yardo, Mallory Yardo.
Mallory Aldo? Judge, I might have a number for her. Should I try calling her? Or no?
Just let her know the 15th if you can.
Okay.
Thank you.
John. Keep asking him to be a little more quiet. Over here. I'm on the record. Look, over here. Lorena, please. Just tell him I'm on the record on Zoom.
Mr. Lewis.
Yes, Judge.
Would you stand in for an attorney to just, we have a defendant that just needs to put a diversion on the record.
I have no problem doing that, Judge. I'm on the phone with Mr. Echols. He's trying to find the PSI that I sent him in July. I just sent it to him again, but I can proceed with what the court.
Never mind. Chambers is here now. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, good stuff.
Sorry, Judge.
Okay, call James.
Calling case number 21-56939, People versus Shantia James. Defendant is charged with 1 count, carrying a concealed weapon. Defendant is scheduled today for a hearing.
Leisure for the people, Judge.
Good morning, Judge. Ani Chambers on behalf of Ms. James. Ms. James, thank you for your patience. Thank you for your patience, Judge.
No problem. Ms. James is having connectivity issues now. Can't make this stuff up today. Let's see.
No,
Let's see. Miss James. Miss James, let's see. Do you have her phone number, Mr. Chambers?
Yes, Judge. I can call her right now.
If you could call her and just put her on speakerphone. All I need her to do is just hear me.
Definitely talked to her yesterday, since you know about the hearing. She's probably been here all morning.
She has.
Hello?
Hello, Ms. James.
Yes.
Can you say your name so the judge can hear you?
Shantia James.
Miss James, can you hear me?
Yes.
Miss James, do you wish to still participate in the diversion program?
Yes.
Okay, it is thereby ordered that Miss James is placed on diversion under the terms stated, excuse me, in the prosecutor's motion. The court will review this matter. The court will review this matter September 2nd, 2022. In the event diversion is revoked, the case will be reinstated and Ms. James will be required to appear before the court for a pretrial hearing. If the terms of the program are successfully completed, the case will be dismissed. Do you understand that, Ms. James?
Yes.
Okay, I'll see you next year. Have a good day.
Judge, what was that date again?
September 2nd, 2022.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, you can log off, Ms. James.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
All right. So how are we coming on Echols? Mr. Lewis, you're on mute. Bless you.
Thank you.
Devin Green also just joined the waiting room.
Bring him in. Mr. Lewis, you're on mute.
Yes, Judge.
Okay. Did you talk? Is your client good now?
No, Judge. He's having problems receiving the PSI that he did not receive back in July. So I'm trying to get it over there to him now so we can go over it before he logs back into court.
Okay. Who's Devin Green?
How you doing, Your Honor?
What'd you say?
Yes, how you doing?
Yeah.
Your Honor, this is Antel. I talked to the clerk from Judge King's courtroom. This was a case that was on Judge King's docket for today, but I was told it was supposed to be on our docket.
He capious before you, Your Honor, on a previous date.
All right, you just start your video, sir.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay. When did he, do you have a file for this?
Yes, Judge, I do, because I knew about this. He capious He capiased on June 14th, 2021, before your honor. So it was originally on your docket. He capiased. That's probably why it came back to your docket.
Okay, okay.
At the PCC, he capiased.
Okay. Mr. Clerk, do you have a file?
Yes, I actually had a file, Your Honor.
Call the case.
Calling case number 21-56016, People versus Devin Green. Defendant is charged of 1 count, carrying a concealed weapon. Defendant is scheduled today for a probable cause conference.
Good morning, Your Honor. Cal Nager on behalf of the people. And Judge, this case was originally an NDS case.
Okay. State your name. Mr. Green, can you hear us?
Oh, Devin Green. Me.
Okay, Mr. Green, is there a reason that you missed your previous hearing?
I had it was my fault because I wasn't on top of the getting my mail from my house. I moved, but I'm about to move again, so I didn't change my address.
All right, well, habeas will be recalled. The matter will be set for PCC for September 29 at 8:30. September 29 at 8:30 in front of with this courtroom. Do you understand, sir?
Okay, so this is the same number 533?
Yes.
Okay, because that was the issue too, because
okay,
the last part.
I've already recalled it. So September 29 at 8:30 in courtroom 533, Judge McConico's. We will contact the Neighborhood Defender Services to make sure they're here to represent you.
Okay.
All right, thank you. Mr. Lewis? You're on mute. Mr. Lewis? Mr. Lewis, you're on mute. Okay. Mr. Lewis, can you hear me? You're on mute, sir.
Okay. Yes, Judge.
Okay. Well, okay. Are you available next Wednesday?
Next Wednesday. Yes, Judge. At 11. What time?
11.
At 11.
What time are you available next Wednesday, sir?
Yes, next Wednesday at 11. I'm available, Judge.
Okay, we're going to adjourn this matter so Mr. Echols can have a chance to go over the pre-sentencing report with his attorney. So this matter is adjourned till what is that? September 8th at 11 a.m.
And Judge, I do have him on my speaker, so he did hear that.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Clerk, are there any other cases?
That's it, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, everybody take care.
You too, Your Honor. Thank you.
Judges too.
Thank you,
Bye,
everyone.
everybody.